Hello, everybody. Welcome to Marquee Gaming today. Today is our 1-year anniversary of Beacon's Aura starting. Congratulations, all of us. We did. High fives all around. So exciting. 1 year. That's insane. So, very excited to be here. And yeah. I'm still a little blown away. This is 1 year now. Okay. Get in the zone. Get in the zone. So.
Don't cry, Mark.
Hold it together. But I'm so glad you were all joining us today. You're all here for super fun time. Thank you for the subscription, Bardic. I appreciate it. 10 months.
10 months. That's. I'm sorry.
No, it's great. I don't think it was possible to be longer than 10 months.
Yeah.
But yeah, you guys are all amazing for joining us and being part of this for this past year. So I really do appreciate you all being here for that. It really means a lot. So thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. You guys all have made this game extremely fun. Easily one of my favorite D&D games to have run. So thank you for all that. Oh yeah, this is a blast. I'm having a blast.
Cool.
And I mean, the community is a big reason why it's such a blast. I mean, the players are amazing too, and the community makes it even better. So I seriously am so thankful for all of you. So thank you for that.
We're thankful for you.
Yeah.
All right.
That's a cute smile.
So, I'm just moving past. So, we are going to start off with introducing our three wonderful players. Rachel, why don't you start us off again, and we will make our way around.
Okay. Hi, I'm Rachel. / Pip. Sorry, I was sassy in the comments. Hi, I'm Rachel / Pip. I like to do art. I post art on Instagram and Twitter. I really haven't not. I've been neglecting that though lately. I have not posted in a long time. Mostly because I was pretty busy with work. I should be back to posting a little more regularly. But I also do art streams on Monday here at this channel, Marquee Gaming, at 3:30 CST. And I don't know what we're going to work on tomorrow, but we're going to figure out something, so it'll be fun. So come and hang out. Tell me about your life. Tell me about your games that you're playing and your adventures. I always like to hear about them. So, see you there, hopefully.
Do it. Be there.
Yeah.
Good therapy.
It's a good time.
Therapist Rachel.
It's always fun.
I am not licensed.
Do not seek professional help from Rachel.
You're licensed in life, so.
There you go.
All right. Onward we go to Kelly.
Hello, I'm Kelly. I play Raya the Rogue. I didn't die last time, and I'm hoping to continue that spree. I'm sorry.
Rubbing it in.
I'm not sure of it in, but I'm just saying, as a person, if we were gonna make bets who was gonna die, it definitely would have been me. So I'm happy we're all alive. I'm happy everything's good, but I'm just not today.
The number of times where I was on death saves compared to Renan, I figured it might be Raya too.
That's what I'm saying. Statistically, it should have been me, considering how many times I have been one away from actually dying or one death save away. So I'm happy you're back, though, obviously. But I'm just, I'm proud of myself. Anyway, and yeah, I don't really do any streaming beyond this, but watch Rachel's art stream. Yay!
Hey! Yay!
Awesome. And onward we go to Mr. Michael.
Hey, my name is Mike / Bardic Dice, or you can call me Mr. Death Save. Apparently, because I died last session. So
no, you just be Mr. Death.
Mr. Nat 1.
Mr. Death.
Mr. Nat 1.
I'm also gonna take my whole chance just to say how much I appreciate Mark, and thank you so much for running this campaign. And you're amazing for doing this, and I love playing in your game. And I'm not even gonna promote our channel because Beacon's Aura and you're amazing.
Well, I'm gonna promote your channel, Mike. So.
Are you trying not to die again?
Yeah.
Thank you, Mike. I appreciate the kind words. But yes, go follow Bardic Dice, and you can see Rachel and myself in that game on Thursday for his Fates United game that he's been running. We're thankful for him. So
I'm also trying to wrap myself into being Renin again because I had the sad thought of it's okay that I lost his armor last time, but now I thought, oh crap, now we're gonna have to fight a Sun Elf with that armor.
I know.
So that saddened me.
So, anyways. Things happen.
It's like, I definitely will, but I'm not.
You know, there's things that just happen. But yeah, these are our 3 amazing players. I'm Mark, the Dungeon Master, and I am here to guide them on their journey and not trying to kill them. But stuff happens, you know? So,
Argument with the podcast.
we have a Discord that we share with Bardic Dice, with Mike. The link is in the chat. You can join our Discord there if you have not already and be part of our wonderful community where you can see when people make funny gifs about our games. I mean, we have a Fates United channel and a Beacons Order channel, and they're hilarious when I go through them later and look at all the gifs that people post. It's a great time. And there's lots of other stuff you can post about your D&D games, gaming stuff, anything else that is going on in your life you want to share about. That is a connection point that we can be in through the whole week. So join our Discord. We also have a YouTube channel and a podcast that you could listen to this if you'd like to. You can go back to previous sessions where they're all uploaded and available to go back and catch up on things or re-listen to moments that maybe you want to hear again. And you can find those in our About section down below. There's our links down below. All right. If you haven't already, too, consider following. If you enjoy D&D, we got other things too, like Wind Waker and art from Rachel that we do on this channel. Consider following and joining the community so you get notified when we do go live. And you can pop on over if you're free and available. But I think it's time to get into our 1-year celebration game of Beacons Aura, if you guys are all set.
I do it.
Let's do it. All right. I'm going to play, if this works, the first song I ever added to my playlists for music. So this is the first song I have. So let's bring it back to that. So, our party has had a pretty hectic couple days. They've been going through this back and forth of the Sun Elves and themselves facing off. A lot of it kind of ties back to there's a Sun Elf girl and the Moon Elf, Mithranon, that have been a focal point of this. There has been word of a prophecy that required one of the two to kill the other and sacrifice them on an altar at a Sun Elf or Elven temple. Not wasn't specifically Sun or Moon; it was both combined. And one had to sacrifice the other using a dagger, and they would save their group of people if they do so. That is at least the belief that the prophecy is interpreted as. So it was back and forth, trying to remove this girl from the Sun Elves, then them capturing the party and bringing them back there, and it eventually culminated into a pretty crazy battle. No one died in that battle, but they captured the leader of the Sun Elves, Sabralira. One Sun Elf got away from the battle, but they were tired and weary from that, pretty exhausted, and were going to hunker down at this temple for the evening because they didn't want to face the dangers of the woods. And there was a voice that contacted Renin saying that they were going to claim him, to take his life. And later that night, Renan died. As a large, kind of sludge, tarry monster had come in, it seems, through the upper windows and made its way above Renan and the Sun Elf girl Gwynestri and plummeted on them. She got away, but he unfortunately could not, which led to the Sun Elf chief, Sabralira, freaking out and saying, we need to get him back after he had died. Totally changed the direction of the plans for everybody as they hurriedly made their way back to get to a vehicle and drive back to the city of Beacon to go to the Beacon to meet with Brother Hibbert and arrange for him to be brought back. There was a diamond that Rai had already received from Ezhil, who he earlier shot down, and
I can't. I want more. I'm just getting used to friends. That's what.
Yep. Okay.
I was a reject who had no friends. I don't understand the concept of relationships yet.
Yep.
Rachel's talking.
I know. I just realized baby steps. That's what I
Baby
said.
steps.
Baby
Yeah.
steps.
He did something really nice to me. That's a baby step.
But that diamond was meant for Raya's father, so they did not want to use it on Renan. But Brother Hibbert went in and brought down Illuminance, this angelic being that has been protecting the city for quite some time, who came and resurrected Renan himself. So everyone has been reunited. Sabralira poofed out of there. The second Renan came back to life. But the party, just exhausted from everything that's happening, went back to the Iron Fist to recover, to rest up. And, I mean, Renan's feeling pretty exhausted from this ordeal that he's been through. So they all went to sleep that night. And we're going to pick up in the days following. Depending on what you guys do, this is going to be considered some downtime. I'm going to kind of throw out there an offer for what would you like to do during this time, and as long as it's not too strenuous, it'll be considered downtime, but I will just kind of decide where we're going to go based off of what you guys want to do. So, does anybody have any pressing issues they'd like to get to right away that first day, morning after? Otherwise, I'll just kind of go around and ask what you'd like to do during this time. As Renan, you got that penalty for each day. I think you're at -3 now because this is your first long rest you completed. So I think it's gone down by 1. But anybody pressing issues day 1 you want to take care of?
I'm gonna go try and raise my dad from the dead.
There you go.
Pretty pressing.
Yeah,
First
I was waiting for that one.
I'll leave him for a few more. He's fine. He's already in the grave.
I was waiting for that one. So that's on your list for sure. Okay.
First thing in the morning.
Karis, Renan, do either of you have a pressing issue day 1 you want to accomplish?
Pressing issue day 1. I mean, we can do Raya's thing first. I would think. But I guess the only thing I feel like it would be kind of important to figure out is like where we're gonna stay and what we're gonna do, especially because of like James and all the people.
Yeah. Okay.
Also, probably talking to Gwynestri is important, but I don't know what order we should do that in or anything.
I mean, I think Raya is getting up first thing in the morning, heading over there. So are you guys going with her for this, or do you invite them, Raya, or do you just take off without them?
I probably would not invite Ren because I feel like he would just. I wouldn't want him to he's looking rough. I don't want him to have to worry about it. I guess I'll ask Karis hey, I'm going to the Beacon to Brother Hibbert. Do you want to come? It's like 5.
You want me to be your backup?
Oh no, I just was wondering if you wanted to come. If you want to, it's up to you though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Should we bring someone else as backup? Double backup.
Backup for what?
If someone decides to zap us in the street again.
Oh yeah, that's true. I guess that has happened a few times. Well, who are we gonna bring?
We could bring Carter. We could bring Ez. I don't think Gwen wants to do it.
Probably not.
Room, like, I'm not that much of a bed rest really.
Oh no, it's okay, Ren. Thank you.
Ren, I am so happy you're alive, but shut up. Go
Okay,
to
we think you
sleep.
probably just you need to rest.
What'd you say?
I mean, will someone zap us in the street again? Because Sabrina's not really. Well, she is looking for us, isn't she? That's true.
Yeah, I think we have to be like super, super, super careful.
Agreed. We could see if Carter wants to come. He's done
Carter,
this before.
punchy people, or as shooty people.
I feel like we should ask Carter. We need more brunt, I think. So let's ask if he feels like it. What time is it, Mark? Is it like early in the morning or is it like a normal time?
You guys are out pretty late, so I'd say to get your full rest, you probably are mid-morning by now.
Okay. Also, I'm sorry. Something above me is moving. I just dropped the dice. Something above me is moving. Can you guys hear it? It's like really loud. Okay, good. I was making sure it wasn't unlistenable. Okay. Yeah, I guess is Carter up or is he asleep still? I feel kind of bad if he's...
So Carter is currently in the same room as Renan. So if Renan's up, he's probably up.
Okay. So I'll ask Carter, hey, would you mind coming to the beacon with us? It shouldn't take long. Do you feel like going or no?
For what?
Like back up.
Yeah, we just need someone as backup just in case. Nothing will probably happen, but we just want to be sure.
Give me a persuasion roll.
Oh.
Just her.
Yes.
I feel like I'm not very okay. 12.
Okay. He looks at you. What about the Iron Fist here? I mean, what if somebody shows up here? This is my dad's place, after all.
Okay.
Well,
I mean,
we could ask Ez to come with us.
is he in the same room?
Eshill is staying in another room, but he's available.
Okay. I'll just go over to him and say, hey, would you mind, me and Karis are going to go take care of something at the beacon. Do you mind just being our backup? Just because last time with, Lorith? I was going to say Lori, like on Gilmore Girls. I don't know why that was my first. Lori? Anyway. Yeah, Lorith last time kind of, almost killed us. So would you mind just coming with us if possible?
Give me a persuasion with advantage.
Okay. I rolled pretty well the first. Okay, worse the second. 17.
Of course, I'd come with you. Yes.
Okay.
Let's go.
Thank you. Okay, so we'll start taking off, I guess. Can I just? I mean, as we're walking there, can I just be kind of on alert for anything that looks? I feel like we're kind of paranoid now.
For sure.
Now? Now?
No, I mean, listen, Mark.
The paranoia has been increasing.
It's been increasing slowly, but also clearly the paranoia wasn't where it needed to be, though. So I think I'm just paranoid in all areas at this point.
Sure.
So.
Give me a perception roll. I'll roll for Eshill as well.
Oh, I'm not.
By the way, Mark, your music isn't working anymore. I noticed. I just wanted to let you know.
I hear it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Whatever. I don't know why.
It's fine. I just was trying.
It's fine.
It's fine.
I was or something.
Here, I can't. Hold on a second. Let's see if I can see.
You got 12?
Yeah, wait, actually, I got 12 too.
Nice.
Mr. Rolls.
So Eshill is watching as well as the three of you make your way towards the beacon to meet with Brother Hibbert.
Mm-hmm.
As we're walking, can I ask Ez something?
Sure. What would you like to ask him?
I want to be like, hey, how are you feeling, Ez? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm great.
You're great?
Yes.
I didn't expect you to say great.
What did you expect?
Like, I'm so sad.
No, I am fine.
Cause you're not at your place anymore. No. Are you happy to be in the city?
There is a lot to see here. It's very interesting, much different. But I've been here before.
Is he? Wait, am I
Yeah.
within earshot or no?
Yeah, you're all
Okay,
together.
so he's just-
You were all
Okay, I
together.
didn't know if it was. I didn't know if you were like whispering.
Insight. Oh, I think it is.
No, I was just gonna say. Well, I mean, but you did just like lose everything. How do you feel?
Are you okay?
Are you okay?
Losing everything is.
Good.
It depends on what you think about. Like, I have you now as friends, right?
Yeah, definitely.
But also, I mean, it doesn't make it any less, hard. So we're just making sure you're holding up okay.
Yeah.
I mean, to feel like you have your whole chief just betray you and all. No, it's fine. It's great.
Okay.
I think you're lying.
If you want to talk about it, let us know. We've all, been through stuff like this before. So if you want to talk, let us know. If not, we're not going to press you on it.
I'm great. Everything's good.
I want to insight.
Sure, roll me an insight roll.
Oh, wow. Karis did amazing. 23.
Alright. I mean, he definitely looks like he's holding back stuff.
Yeah, I figured. But I was curious if, like...
There's
I would roll
potentially
an
just some
insight.
awkward feeling to this whole situation right now, so.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she'll just, like, loop her arm through his and be like, now we're all friends, and you can hang out with us whenever you want. I can teach you how to play cards. I mean, that's all I got.
Losing your job and your tribe cards, though.
Yes, thank you for being welcoming, Karis. Thank you.
Yep. Thanks for helping lately.
Yes. But you guys make it the rest of the way to the beacon.
Yeah.
And you find Brother Hibbert there, who greets you. And just kind of asks, like, so what can I do to help you today? Doing things for your father?
Yeah, if possible. I have the diamond here. I just wanted to, we're running out of time. So if you're able, I know you, have been doing a lot for us recently, so I don't know if it takes a lot of energy or if you're able to do it now, but if possible, that would be great.
Yeah, are you bringing him here, or are you...
If we could just go there. Wait, do I know where he's buried? I think did my sister tell me where he's buried, right?
Yeah, she mentioned it was a few backyards away.
Yeah. If we could just go there, it might be maybe best. I can dig him up. Should we bring him?
Well, no, remember your sister was, like, watching the house? Her sister is, like, really creepy.
Yeah.
I actually haven't met her at all, but I just feel like she is.
You've heard stories.
Yeah.
All right, that sounds interesting.
Would it be better if Brother Herbert was with us and we just did it there, or should we?
Because if Brother Hibbert's like, hello, I'm going to raise someone from the dead, then they're gonna, like, listen.
Yeah.
You know.
So we should bring Brother Herbert there.
Well, that's my opinion. Do you care leaving for a sec, Brother Hibbert?
It should be fine.
Okay, we'll try and make it quick. Even if you want to follow us, wait, he's still buried. So if you want to just follow us in, like, the next hour or so, we can. Well, never mind.
We should all go together, because then
your
sisters are to beat us up. They're not going to beat up Brother Hibbert.
That's true.
Well,
okay.
They might.
Well,
I don't know.
No, they probably won't. So, actually, yeah. Would I know, Mark? Would they would probably stay away from, like, a beacon person, right? Would I know that? Just knowing, like, the gang and stuff. The gang.
Give me
Old
just a
friends.
wisdom check.
Wisdom. Ooh, 18.
Okay. I mean, generally, they don't want to get on the beacon's bad side. No, not many people want to get on the beacon's bad side, but...
Okay. And Brother Hibbert is, like, a recognizable figure, correct?
Yeah, he's pretty well known.
Okay. Yeah, if you don't mind, Brother Hibbert, you can just come with us and we'll try and make it as quick as possible. That's okay with you.
Sure. Sounds great. Let's go.
Okay.
Let me just notify everyone that I will be away, and then we can go.
Okay, thank you.
All right. So, he notifies some people that he's leaving, and then we'll leave with you three to go towards your home, which you eventually arrive at. You'll notice that the front guard people that were there last time are not there today.
Do I notice anything different or strange about the whole area?
Give me a perception roll.
Perception. I got an 8.
Nope.
Okay.
Where are the people?
I don't know. That's what I'm kind of concerned about. Can I go up to the house and just knock on the door?
Yeah. So, after knocking, a short bit passes, and your mother answers the door.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I'm behind Brother Hibbert. I just remembered.
Oh yeah.
I'm standing behind Brother Hibbert.
Boy, Reddit was really surprised that you were going.
She was so concerned with backup, she forgot the last time we
you
left.
killed him.
Yeah.
So she'll
I'm
look to
gonna
you.
just-
Raya. What are you doing here?
I guess I'll probably just hug her because I haven't seen her since my dad died. So I'm just gonna hug her and say, I'm here to help Dad. I can explain, but can you just show me where, or I'll just show you probably, but can you just tell me where he's buried? Exactly? Can you show me?
Yeah, is this what Melinda was talking about?
Yeah, we have help. Brother Hibbert from the Beacon, he's able to raise people from the dead. I know it sounds weird, but I've seen him do it before, and so I have all the supplies ready, and it took me a few days to get them, but I have them, and we're gonna bring Dad back.
And then she kind of looks over at Brother Hibbert and scans the group, and then her, she did it.
I know. She actually didn't do it. It's a long story, and Dad can explain himself when he wakes up. But she didn't do it. She just sort of, somebody else kind of put a spell on him that when he talked about it, he died, and it was a whole thing. So, wait, would I know that? Wait, hold on.
Yeah, oh yeah, we definitely told you all that. Yeah.
No, I mean, but we know it was clearly a curse or whatever. I knew that it was.
It was some sort of thing he did.
Something. Okay.
Because I think your dad said, he knew he was gonna die basically when he said it, or he thought that at least.
Okay, so I'll just say it wasn't actually. It wasn't her though. It was somebody else. So, she was a friend of mine, and she helped me get all the supplies to try and bring him back.
Just kind of look at you.
Yeah, Karis is just staring, kind of letting Raya explain, and she just says, if I would have known him saying something would have done that, I wouldn't have asked him to say it. So I'm so sorry, but yeah, we're trying to fix it.
Dad can tell you himself after this, I promise.
Well, let's go. I want my husband back.
Mm-hmm.
And you will go. She'll actually also grab Connie, who's home as well, and bring her with. But you guys all walk over sort of the direction of where your father's buried. And they take you to the spot. You see the fresh earth still there. And Brother Hibbert will grab a shovel and start digging. And as he'll...
Is there another shovel? Can I help?
Yeah, there are infinite amount of shovels.
There's a few shovels. There's a couple that you guys can kind of rotate for who's digging. As he'll will come in a little bit, and eventually you do dig enough, start to get to the body and uncover it and bring it out. And
how's it looking?
I mean, it's been 6 days 7 days.
Yeah. Okay.
It's been a while.
Hmm.
But Brother Hibbert starts to clear off some of the dirt, and gets to work with his hour-long spell. Has the diamond and starts going to work.
I want to just keep an eye out for anybody.
Sure.
I kind of keeping my distance too, because I don't want her mom to like
Blast you with a look. Like,
yeah.
you Calvin.
Yeah.
But Brother Hibbert assures your mom that he'll bring him back as long as he's able to, and
Okay.
She'll kind of kneel down beside him and is holding one of his hands.
Scared.
What are you doing during this time, Raya?
Well, I'm just nervously kind of just watching, probably pacing and hoping that it works.
Okay. You kind of pace back and forth, and Connie just begins to kind of watch you as you are pacing around. And I mean, it's an hour-long spell. It takes a while. You guys are kind of just sitting there waiting.
Just a little trench where just walking back and forth.
Ashill's keeping watch as well, but very curiously watching this too, because he was not invited to view the Renan thing. So
Yeah.
he's kind of intrigued by this whole ceremony. But eventually the time comes for the spell to complete. And you see your dad begin to breathe again.
I was nervous that he'd be like, they put a no life curtain thing on him, so he couldn't be like. No, that would be very specific. Anyway, I guess I'll probably kind of run over by him. I guess when you see that, and not crowding him, but just kind of watching, to see what else happens.
And I mean, he looks like he's pretty stiff, but starts to sit up with Brother Hibbert's help. He kind of helps prop him up, and he just looks around. I'm back.
Yeah, it's been a few days. Are you okay? How do you feel? Like death. I feel terrible.
Like I've been dead a few days. That's how I feel.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, you're okay. Do you know? I mean, don't say anything. But do you know what killed you, right?
He just nods.
Okay. And I'll look at Brother Hibbert and just say, if there was some sort of curse on him before, if it already killed him, would it do anything again? Is it off him now that he already died from it?
I'm not sure. I mean, it affected him once. I don't know if it would affect him again.
We'll deal with that later. Let's get you somewhere safe, at least for now. And I'll
your
just
mom's
look to...
yeah, we need to get him cleaned up and get him back,
Yeah.
and she's just hugging him and glad he's back.
Okay. So I'll start trying to help him to the house, I guess, and I just will tell him don't say anything like what you did before. Let's wait and see how you basically trying to tell him don't say something about what what killed you kind of thing, just for now, just so we can be sure.
Yeah. It's definitely kind of emotional. Your mom's kind of right next to him, and Connie even comes over and is giving him a little bit of a hug as you walk back. And Brother Hibbert just kind of walks behind, just smiling, seeing that he's reunited with his family. But you walk back to your home.
Yeah.
And your mom kind of helps him to basically go and get cleaned up.
Okay. We'll kind of wait out, and I'll I'm going to just like thank Brother Hibbert and say you've helped us now more times than I can even count. So thank you.
Of course.
I owe you so much. Is there anything that I can do to kind of help repay this, I guess?
I mean, keep doing what you're doing. Protect the city.
Okay. Thank you. We'll let you know if there's any updates on anything, but thank you.
Just for security purposes, would you guys mind escorting me back to the beacon?
Of course. Of course.
We gonna be your bodyguards now?
Yes, you can be my
Yours is
bodyguard.
Yes.
Just probably better to go as a group
It's a
with all the
big
throats to the city.
dream
So
of mine. Okay.
A big Brother Hammer's bodyguard. My life goal. Yeah. We will, we'll keep, close eye on him and stuff. And I guess, I'll just, we'll just try and make sure nothing crazy is going to happen.
If Raya's dad still has a bad thing on him, how do you make it go away?
Thanks for a second. Potentially, I could do another spell on him, but again, those are costly.
Do you know what kind of spell it might have been on him before? Do you think about it? Something that kills you if you talk about it, or it compels you to do things?
Not quite sure, but I mean, there's rumors about that kind of stuff. I think I've heard, but it's powerful, whatever it is.
Agreed. Okay.
Do you think if he just doesn't say it again, he's basically told us everything?
Well, if he basically told you everything, then maybe don't have him say it again out of...
Yeah.
It's...
Okay.
Whoever did this to him, it's pretty scary.
Yeah. You might just be safe then. But anyway, thank you. We'll let you know, I guess let us know if you need anything. But like I said, we'll be back with updates if we have any.
Yeah, I'll be in touch if I need anything. But I mean,
Thanks.
I'm sure Renan's still pretty tired, and you should spend some
Also,
time with your family.
Agreed. Also, if it's not likely,
Okay.
but if our friend Drelok ever comes back with a diamond, you should probably just keep it for now. You can use it. We might need it later. I don't know, but you just keep it.
Okay.
Brings it back.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Which is looking less and less likely.
I have a feeling she screwed us over.
I have a feeling that was never going to happen. But I don't know. Okay. I guess then I'll start heading back to my mom or my parents' house and go back over there.
Oh wait, what? We didn't leave yet, did we?
Oh, sorry, I thought we were leaving.
I thought I was on the way back. You guys were talking, but...
Oh, sorry. I'm very mixed up as to where we are right now.
I'm sorry. I mean
That conversation we could have had on the way back, but...
I would tell Hibbert, though, before we leave, I'm gonna say, you might want to know this. You know how we were talking about Jarzagon?
Yes.
Okay. And then, do you remember when I had a parasite and it was talking to me?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So, I think they're the same thing.
Really?
Yeah. Because when I was in the temple, I was praying to the Moon Lady after Ren died, being like, oh, please bring it back. And instead, that voice was back, and it was like, haha, I killed Ren. And he was all happy about it. And then when I was like, oh, Shadow, is that you? He laughed. And it sounded the same.
Interesting. Well.
So I thought that might be good for you to know.
I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks.
Thank you. So, you drop off Brother Herbert back at the beacon, and what are you guys doing now? Going back to the family? All of you? Some of you?
I'm definitely going back for a little while, and I can even tell, Karis, like, if you guys want to drop me off there, you know. Wait, we have cell phones again? I will keep forgetting. I'm sorry, I literally
We got
forget
cell
every time.
phones, yeah.
Yes.
We have cell phones, okay. And I'm sure I charged it last night, so I feel like I would do that.
Yep.
So I can even say, like, if you guys want to just drop me off, if you don't want to stay the whole time, I may just stay here, and I'll call you guys if I need anything, or send out the hi if I need anything.
Yeah, definitely send me hi.
Okay.
Hey, we could drop you off, and I actually wanted to talk to Mr. Shaw anyway, and then maybe me and Ez could go talk to Mr. Shaw, and then we could come back and pick you up,
Sure.
and then we all go back together.
How about we do this? How about I text you guys maybe every hour. We text each other every hour and just say, here, I'm gonna like type in my phone the word bye a few times so Karis can see it. I'll be like, we'll type this maybe every hour just as an okay, like things are good. So we can just all know that things are good. And then hi if things are bad, we need to come help each other. Does that sound okay?
Okay, so bye means good, hi means bad.
Bad, yeah.
Okay.
Does that work for you? Can you remember bye?
Let me look at that.
He has 3 letters, so it's a little bit different. And the B, and I kind of like show her like the B. Yeah, it looks a little bit different, right?
Yeah, I think I can remember.
Okay. And does Ez know how to read like our like common language or whatever?
He does not.
Okay. I'll show it to him too, just to be sure, just so everyone can get a good glance. So you guys can analyze if you need to. Okay, so I know you don't have to, you don't know how to read this language either, but this is what it looks like. Do you think you can remember this? If this would be
3
things are good.
characters is good.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
2 bad.
2 characters is bad.
Okay. Cool.
Characters.
Like letters, yeah.
Oh.
Okay, we'll just remember. Let's just kind of check up on each other every hour, just to make sure things are fine, and then we'll meet back up eventually.
Okay.
I mean, I could just stay with you, Raya, if you need somebody to watch out for you.
Well, I don't want Karis to be alone either. I'm here with my family. I don't know.
Well, your
Karis can't walk
sister, though.
alone. Yeah, but you can't walk alone. That sounds even worse. My sister, I don't think my sister's gonna attack my family's house. I think that.
She's there before.
Yeah, but she won't attack with my parents.
Maybe
around.
maybe me and Ez can just hang out outside while you hang out with your family, and I'll just go see Mr. Shaw later.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I think we should do that.
Okay, because you're splitting up does sound a little bit. The more we do
Every
it, the
time we
worse.
split up, something bad happens.
The worst. Okay. I'll
I'm
make
sorry
it
if I
fun.
made everybody nervous. You can do what you want.
No. We should be. We've been not as careful in the past. It's never ever gone well.
We probably should be nervous.
I think we need to be more nervous than we are for many things. So,
Yeah.
I'm gonna I won't take long. I just want to go in and check, make sure everything's fine.
You can take long.
Okay, I'll come out when I'm done. So I'll go in. And again, if I do a quick survey, do I notice anything suspicious or weird, like any sister activity?
You do not notice
Sister
anything.
activity. Okay. And then I'll just go in and check on my dad and stuff and see. Yeah. Does he? I mean, I know he still looks like.
Yeah,
Probably
in the
not
time
good.
that you walked like back to the beacon and here, he's cleaned
Mm-hmm.
up, he's gotten changed. Your mom is like right with him, and they're feeding him some food and trying to get him to like lay down and relax.
Mm-hmm. I guess I'll go over to where they are and just say, Dad, just let me again. Well, I don't know the ins and outs of the spell. I'll ask him, did you know before when you talked about the things you talked about, did you know it was going to be bad for you? Did you know it was going to happen?
And he'll just nod.
Okay. Do you still have that like feeling? Do you think it's going to happen again? We should probably just be safe and not discuss, right?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Okay. But my friend Karis wasn't the one that did this to you, right? Karis and Ren, they were not the ones that did this to you. just to confirm for mom's sake.
She did not do it to me, no.
Okay. For now, let's just not talk about it until I figure out more about what this even was. But do you feel compelled in any way to do anything? Do you feel like you're supposed to be doing something right now?
He just shakes his head.
Okay. For now, you should just heal and wait here. But I'm just gonna walk over though and just hug him for a minute and say, I was really scared you were gone, and I'm happy to have you back.
And I'll hug you too.
And then I will just kind of sit there and like, I don't know. I'm just gonna sit there for a minute and like have a moment. And then I'll just get up and ask my mom if she do you need anything? Do you think you can? He should be okay. He might just need a few days to kind of recover.
And she just is like, let's just keep taking care of. After a little bit of time too, your brothers actually come home, and
Surprised the lift.
Karis and Ez are like hanging out outside the house.
Yeah.
Did they just walk in and see him, or do they like? Do I get a chance to be like, hey, like, is there?
I mean, you're in the same room with them, so like they all come in.
Okay. What do they do?
They're kind of surprised to see you there, but they go over and talk to your dad and like say they're glad he's back and all that.
Mm-hmm. And again, I'll just brief everyone and just say we can't for now. Let's just not talk about what happened in terms of like what exactly caused this to happen. And obviously, Dad can't answer any questions about it, but you guys can ask me. I might know. Me and my friends might know a little bit about it. So if you have any questions, you can ask me.
So yeah, they're gonna ask you now. What happened?
Okay, go.
What happened? I mean, why did he die?
It's a long story, but essentially, we think that somebody put a curse on him to make him do things, and if he talked about the things he did, which were mostly just trying to weaken security and stuff for the beacon, then he would die. And when he told my friends about it, he did die. And so that's what happened. That's what we think happened, at least.
There's a bit of a shock look from the brothers, just because they just hearing about like your dad is part of the reason why the beacon's gone. And
I'm gonna kind of like see that and be like, he couldn't help it. It wasn't like he had much of a choice. It was more spells like this. I've seen my friends do terrible things they don't even remember doing. It's not like he could have helped it or even resisted it. Once they happen, they just happen. So it's not like he did it consciously. But I think if anyone odd approaches any of you, if anyone tries to speak to you about weird things or make a deal with you, just make sure you don't take it. Be careful.
Your dad kind of pipes up and is like, right. You should be careful how much you just tell everybody. What if it makes it so that more people in our family will be targeted?
But, I mean, it didn't...
What if that person comes back?
No offense, Dad, but you keep kind of keeping secrets for it didn't help either. And I'm not saying that it was your fault or anything. I'm just saying I feel like if we all know, at least we can kind of be aware. And I'll kind of like look at everyone like, don't obviously spread this. Just be alert to any strangers. Be alert to anybody who seems off. Even people who look familiar, just, because we've now known people who can take on. They can look like people things like that. Just be cautious, even with each other. Just be careful. There's a lot of stuff going on and a lot of stuff I don't even understand. But I mean, maybe I shouldn't be telling everyone this, but I feel like it's important for all of you to know. At least just to keep each other safe.
They all kind of nod. Okay.
Okay. Is Melinda there? Is she, or is she not there?
Belinda has not been here this whole time.
Okay. Can I ask, like, where's Melinda? Is she around?
She has been actually trying to get back into what she's been doing. Scavenging. She took a little bit of time. She seemed a little nervous, but she's doing it.
Okay. Do you know where she was headed or no?
No.
Just outside. Okay. I'll try and check up on her if I am able to find her, but do they have a cell phone at all? Is that like a thing that they have, or is it just us?
She
babies.
had a cell phone.
They do?
She had one. I think it was her former partner's one.
Yeah,
Right. I know she.
one.
Yeah, I know she had one. I didn't know if anyone else in the family had one, or if it was just her.
Just her, as far as you know.
Okay. All right. Just be really careful. I might actually try and go to Spire and see if I can get you guys some form of communication with me, or something that we can at least use to, communicate when I'm gone. But just, please be alert and try and be safe, because there's a lot of unsafe things out right now.
I'll nod.
Okay. I'm gonna see if I can get some supplies for you guys, but just keep Dad safe. Like I said, he may need some time, but I'll come back before I leave again.
Okay.
I'm also gonna hug my mom and just and then I'm gonna leave. So I'm gonna be kind of quiet, but I'll just kind of hug her and then leave.
Okay.
And I'll go back out to Ez and Karis and just say, yeah, let's go to Spire. I'm gonna ask Shaw some questions as well. Just reply.
All right, let's go.
Sorry,
It literally was just like over my glasses. So I was like, I see it.
Yeah, okay, you could talk to Mr. Shaw, but I want to talk to Mr. Shaw by myself, too.
That's fine. Wait, really?
Okay, yeah.
But only by yourself?
Yeah.
What for?
All right, lots of secrets. Okay.
I guess so.
It's not, super secret. It's just, everyone's, at night. We used to have, little meetings.
Okay.
Like a one-on-one?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, sure. Do you think Mr. Shaw would give me an extra cell phone? Do you think he has one?
Those are expensive.
Are they? Oh, we haven't treated those very well. Really? They're expensive?
Yeah. Only rich people have cell phones.
Oh. I was gonna see if we could get one for my family, just so I could know if they're okay, but...
I don't know if those beacon things are expensive.
Maybe. Anything, really. I just want to see if they can get something.
All right.
We did that. And I'm just gonna, I'm gonna stop both Karis and Ez and just be like, this wouldn't... my dad wouldn't be back. It wouldn't be possible if it weren't for you two, so thank you.
Well, he also
Honestly.
wouldn't be dead if it wasn't for me, so...
Well, I mean, I don't know. I feel maybe I'm wrong, but it feels like he might have... I feel like the guilt might have gotten to him anyway, and he might have told someone. I don't know if it would have... I think, maybe you guys got it out of him sooner, but I think he might have just... I think he knew it was going to happen, and he did it anyway. But hopefully he's safe now.
I'm glad he's okay.
Me too.
I'm glad I could
Thanks,
help
guys.
you. Yes.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Glad your father's back.
Me too. Hopefully we won't... We've done a lot of raising from the dead. Hopefully we won't have to do that too much anymore.
Seriously.
That's been a lot of that. 3 people now. Man. Okay. All right.
All right.
To Spire.
Onward to Spire. Renan, you wake up, you're kind of left to yourself there. Your friends all left you. You got Gwenestry. Is there anything you want to do this morning? Or should we just keep going with the Spire crew?
So, without anyone to give him any better judgment, he's gonna go check in on Gwen, and assuming she's still probably sad.
Yeah, so you
He's-
knock on the
Go ahead.
door. And she'll answer. Definitely see the saddened look on her face.
Hey, I want you to come with me. We need to clear our heads.
Okay.
Never
Where?
gone fishing.
Uh, no, they don't let me go ever.
Let's go fishing.
Okay.
We'll go tell Carter that we're gonna go fishing real quick.
All right. He just kind of nods. Sounds good, man.
It's like really cold out too, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so try and find, if you can't find anything, I'll steal like one of Karis's extra jackets. I'll make sure we're bundled up, and then we're gonna go ice fishing.
Okay. It's not quite ice fishing yet, but
Okay, good. Okay.
it's still cold though. Um, yeah, you're
You
kind
might
of
or
bundled
might
up.
not use different frostbite shots at distance to get the fish to come to them if nothing bites. But
Okay. So you're out. You gotta walk all the way across the city to get to the lake where your boat is. But she just kind of is bundled up, walking with you. And you eventually arrive at the lake. You guys climb into the boat and start fishing. She's been very quiet most of the time. Doesn't really say much.
he doesn't say much either today. Just kind of explains to her that, you know, this is what he used to do. And then maybe says a short story of how he left. Kind of his backstory, you know, leaving Moon Elves and his pops, and then kind of skirts around the complete details, but just basically that, you know, he had to run from pops. And this is kind of what he did to lay low and until the injections. It's relaxing. A good way to process, figure things out. No, just be quiet.
She just asks
Be done
you
officially.
as you're sitting there. So you never went back?
No. No, I didn't.
Do you regret it, or do you think it's okay?
Both.
Should I ever go back?
Over time, you'll know the right answer. You need to make that decision for yourself. You're not going to go back because Saberlier wants you to. And you're not going to stay here because I don't want you to go back. You have to decide what you want. If you believe in the prophecy and you want to go back and join Sab, then that's a decision you make. You want to change things, protect them, or if you want to run away, never look back. You don't need to make that decision today, but don't go back unless it's because you want to go back.
Are you ever going to go back?
He pretends to like mess with the bait and the fishing line just kind of for a long pause, and yeah, they're not really biting today, aren't they? And like cast it again, and I don't want to. I'm worried that I'm worried that I'm just gonna keep on dragging other people into my mess. But I feel like I have to. Plus, Karis probably won't let me not go, so we'll see how that conversation goes.
I guess I'm just afraid if I don't go back, everybody I know is dead. And it'll be my fault for running away.
I know that more than anybody. Problem with that is that you have your own life too. If other people decide to do something bad because you're just living your life, that's not on you, that's on them. But you do have powers now. You're with a group of people that want to do a lot of good. You so want. You do a lot of good with us too. And people might die. Especially if Black Ooze comes after us. That was pretty rough. But at least you're doing the right thing.
She just kind of looks very uncertain, like she's thinking about a lot of things.
I go out here to think. Might not be your thing, but if you ever want to go out fishing with me ever again, you're more than welcome to.
It's very cold.
It is very cold out here. Does she catch anything?
I want you to give me a... We'll go... a dex check. Remember, you have a -3.
Dex check -2. Okay. I have a +1.
I'll let you add your proficiency bonus to it, though. For this.
Math. Oh, I'm so stupid. That just cancels out.
So +1, right? To whatever you roll.
I was like +1 minus a 3, so that's a 9. And then I was like, what is it +3 again? D&D math, man. Yeah, 12.
12. Okay. So you get a little nibble. You get like one medium to small size fish that latches on. She does not catch anything,
Oh, poor girl.
but she also seems very cold and just kind of passes the rod back to you as she's sitting there.
You ready to go back?
Yeah.
Okay. Like I said, it might not be your thing, but find something that you enjoy doing that's away from all this, as he's like rowing back. It's important to clear your head.
Okay.
I'm always around if you want to talk, okay?
She just kind of like looks at you, little squinty eyes, and looks away.
I mean, sorry for not protecting you last time.
I don't know what that stuff was that they gave me that made me attack you, but I feel bad.
feel bad. I think it was similar to whatever infected Kara's long ago. Some sort of whatever seeping into the ground. That's bad stuff they're using. Anyone that forces someone to do something they don't want to do, that's just bad. And again, it's not your fault. I don't blame you, at least. Kind of does a little like Kara's shoulder bump thing that she does, but it's awkward because he does it, and he's like, "Oh, okay, I was just trying that out."
We're going to protect each other, though, right?
Yeah. I mean, that's my plan. Even if you decide to still try and kill me. He like grins, putting on a big smile.
No, I don't want to kill you.
You know you don't.
But I still want to help if I can.
In time. I'll feel pressured too. But we'd love your help.
We work together, right?
Yeah. We're all a group. You know? You and I can come up with a cool nickname. You know, because like we have like Lightning and Thunder going on. We got Mom and Pops, because like me and Raya's like a mom and dad to Kara sometimes. We'll come up with something. Also, by the way, if Kara's is a little overbearing, it's because she really, really likes you. And if you ever need her to back off, just let me know. But it's because it actually means she really, really likes you. So.
I know she's been nice.
She's the coolest.
And she holds up her pinky.
Pinky. I got you, girl. We'll figure out a way to save both of our tribes.
She just nods.
Also, just, you can tell everyone you caught this fish.
She shakes her head.
Why not?
Didn't catch it.
So, they don't know that. Say we caught it. Just, if you're holding it, they'll think you did. It's called a white lie. See, you know, like you're just kind of lying, but you're not really lying.
I don't like it.
Okay.
But you guys can start heading back. I mean, you're kind of passing Spire, your old apartment area, as you go back, but you can head back to the Iron Fist if you like, or
Will we be passing beacons at all?
you'd kind of go past the beacon as well if you.
I'll drop off the fish to them. I told them.
Okay. So you pass it off, and they say thank you. Nice little offering.
Yep.
But just back to the Iron Fist.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He's really smart at this point. He overexerted himself. He was not expecting to go today, but he just took the chance because no one was there to stop him.
Yep. Yeah, she'll just kind of hang out with you back to the Iron Fist.
He'll probably try and teach her like checkers or something back at the Iron Fist.
Sure, you guys can play a game together.
If she wants. Yeah, that's all he does.
Give me just an intelligence roll. -3.
Another 12. That's a 9.
9. She picks up real quick and is just smoking you in checker.
You could. Oh, that's right. I did tell you could make that a queen. All right. Good job. I'm a little tired. I'm gonna take a nap for a bit.
Okay.
Like after like the 5th time being smoked.
Yeah, she seems very intelligent, so.
Thanks.
Alright. So you hang out a little bit longer and go to sleep. relax, take it easy.
Are we going day by day on this, or if I had other stuff with her on other days, do I just say no?
We'll finish up the Spire stuff and then we'll keep going.
Okay. Cool.
We'll jump over to Spire group again and get to them, and we'll come back to you again. Karis, you're going to Spire. You arrive. You are welcomed in.
What are Ryan? Did I go by myself? Is that what
No, they're with you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You wanted to go here, so.
Yeah. Were you gonna talk to Mr. Shaw too?
I wanted to, if possible, but if you want to talk to him first by yourself, you can.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you were called up and you're able to go up by yourself while Eshill and Raya wait down on the main floor. And you get led into Mr. Shaw's office. And he stands up from behind his desk and smiles and... Hello, Karis. Good to see you.
Hi.
What can I do for you today?
How are you? I go plop in the chair. She seems very happy that it's just her. She likes the attention.
I'm doing fine. How are you?
Not as bad as yesterday. Sorry I called you and made you think Ren died. Was still dead.
He's okay?
I think he's just resting right now.
That's good.
But yeah. Well, first of all, I was gonna ask, did you did Atha find that diamond dust?
Yes, she did. I have it, and he pulls it out of his desk and puts it on.
Cool. I don't know what to do with this because every time I think I have a safe place to hide it, it's not safe anymore.
I see.
Do you think you could do that? Do you have a secret drawer in your desk?
You want me to hold on to it for you?
I trust you.
Sure. I can hold on to it for you.
Unless you don't want to, because I know it's real expensive and stuff.
I deal with expensive stuff all the time. I can hold on to this.
Okay. Because it's for Rodden, so.
Yeah, I'll keep it safe.
Okay, yeah, thanks. Also, I need to tell you something, but I don't want anyone to know.
Okay, what do you need to tell me?
Okay. So, what would I need to do? Who would I need to talk to unfreeze someone?
Your mother.
Yeah, but don't tell the others. They're gonna be so annoying about it.
Don't you think it'd be good for them to know this?
Well, when I figure things out, maybe, but they're just gonna be like, "Ooh, who was right?" But they're not right. I'm just thinking about it. That's all.
What if I presented it as me who wanted to do something about it?
Oh, that's smart. Why would you want to, though? What would be, that sneaky thing?
To help you out, and it's very curious. Somebody frozen?
Yeah. I don't know if she would help out. And she might just go, she might just be like, I don't care. But she might know a lot about Sab, I was thinking. And Sab keeps getting away. And I think my dad's really sad all the time. So maybe I can make her apologize to him. You know?
All right. Well, sure, we can plan maybe a journey out west. I can come with you. It's gonna have to be probably next week sometime, but maybe journey. You can travel with me, and we can see about getting your mother.
Oh my gosh, you would help.
Why not?
Oh my gosh. I could see you like go pew pew and like actually fight things. That would be so cool.
Sure.
Okay. Oh wow. Okay. Okay. So, because I was just gonna think about peer pressuring Renan to go see the Moon Elves, so we could do that like this week, maybe, right?
I mean, we can do this anytime after next week. So next week or
Okay.
beyond, you let me know when you want to go, and I can just give me some notice so I can plan around it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think it'd be smarter to go to the Moon Elves first? Or
It's
to
up to you.
get her first?
It's
Okay,
up to
I
you.
guess I'll talk to the others. Okay.
But you let me know, and I will come with you.
Okay. Hey, why are you so excited to come with us? I was actually really surprised because you're usually real busy.
This is your mom, right? And it's very curious what happened to her. I'm always interested in learning more.
Yeah. Do like experiments.
I mean, this seems like some powerful magic. So, be good to know.
Yeah, that's
Look into
true. Yeah, that thing, I don't know what it was. I didn't even see it, but it sounded so creepy. So, yeah. Okay. Cool. Wow. Oh, thanks, Mr. Shaw. I knew coming to see you would be awesome. Hey, did you want to meet Roz? I was gonna ask you if you wanted to, because I don't know if you still want to keep up with experiment serum.
Yeah, this is your shadow person who speaks to you.
Dead sun elf friend.
The one who guides your magic.
Yes.
Sure.
Do you speak Elvish?
I know a little bit.
Okay, because I don't speak Elvish. And he only understands Elvish.
I see.
But if you want to talk to him, you can. But if you want to just see him, that's fine too.
Okay.
Okay.
I can try to
Go.
talk to him potentially.
Okay. Roz, can you come out, please?
And out from your wrist comes this smoke that forms into the shape of a humanoid. And just kind of like
I'm sure horribly creepy, and I'm just like this next to him.
Yeah. Mr. Shaw, again, just looks at it in shock as this happens. This is safe, right?
Oh, yeah. Roz is awesome. Hi, Roz.
And just looks to you.
Give me a nod.
So, Mr. Shaw actually says something in Elvish to him. And he just kind of looks around. Almost like he's looking for something to write with.
Oh, he writes on things, Mr. Shaw. Like dirt. Do you have a pile of dirt in your office?
No, but I got this. And he flips over his notebook and turns to a blank page and puts a pen out there. And he picks up the pen, kind of unsure.
Oh, he can pick it up?
And yeah, I mean, it can attack people. It scratches people
Oh,
up.
yeah, that's a good point. You're right. You're right.
It's not totally incorporeal or anything. So.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So it picks up the pen and begins to write. And write. And write and write and write and write and write. And it writes until the time limit expires, which I think is 5 minutes. And Mr. Shaw looks kind of surprised at this whole thing.
Yeah, Karis looks super surprised because he normally writes 3 things. And she's clamoring out. What is he? What? He never has written this much.
And he takes it back and starts to look at it. This is a lot. I have to probably decipher this. I can speak Elven more, but...
Ez is downstairs. He's a sun elf. You go read it for you right now.
Okay. That works.
Okay. Yeah. What did you ask him?
I just asked him who he was, and he wrote a lot.
Yeah, he's only wrote like 4 things with me. He likes everyone better than me, Mr. Shaw.
I don't think that's true. He teaches you magic.
He does, but do you see I waved to him? He didn't even wave back.
Well,
Okay, I'm gonna go get Ez. I'm gonna go get Ez.
Sure.
So I'll just like run down to the elevator, push the button like 20 times.
Okay. You get down there and bring up everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
And they're all brought up to Mr. Shaw's office.
You guys are here now.
Welcome to the scene.
I introduce Ez to Mr. Shaw.
And they meet each other, greet each other. Mr. Shaw, it's good to see you as well. And
Likewise.
glad you're all safe.
Us too. Shockingly.
Ez, can you read a big elvish thing for me?
Sure. I can read for you if you'd like me to. Yes.
Yeah, we talked to I'm so excited. We talked to Roz again, and he wrote like so much.
Sure, yes. I can read. So he'll sit down and start looking at the pages that were written. And he basically just like, this is about when he was killed.
Oh.
He was
What is that?
an elder, and they were working together, the 2 tribes, trying to help each other because they realized there was a problem. The Sun Elves and the Moon Elves were together, losing their magic, and there was a prophet or oracle, someone who gave the prophecy, who said that 2 daggers had to be forged, and the 2 daggers would be put with the prophecy on them. One for the Sun Elves, one for the Moon Elves, and to be given to the ones blessed with the many markings. But that evening, a group of hooded and cloaked people came and murdered the others in the night in an attempt to stop them, to silence them. And he says he wants to help the people.
Does he mean like the Sun Elf people are like everybody? Like both of them?
From what I see here, it seems like he wants to help both. Like he was friends with the people in the Moon Elves. He wanted to work together with them and to use their efforts together to help both the tribes.
So even with the prophecy, he didn't seem like they had to kill each other?
I'm very confused because from what I read, I don't know, maybe not. I mean, I didn't even know the true prophecy until just recently.
Well, what do you mean from what you read? What?
I just don't know. I wish we had the dagger again so we could see it.
Who has that? Does Gwen have it?
Does Ren have it?
We can go ask him.
And it doesn't say the moon elves killed him at all, does it? It just says cloaked people who did.
He says it was people who were hidden. He doesn't know who did it.
So you think maybe they assumed it was the moon elves?
Yeah, but it wasn't.
But it wasn't. I noticed the first time that we talked, that Roz came out and Ren was talking to him, he didn't seem like he was mad that he was a moon elf. I thought he'd be like, "Why you?" Or something. But he really liked him. So
Yeah.
This all happened many years ago. I don't know. I'm very confused.
Us too.
that's why I think we need to go to the moon elves and figure out what's going on. Everyone's just pretending like they know what they're talking about.
That
Yeah,
may
if
be
we have
very
both sides,
dangerous,
we-
though.
no.
Going to the moon elves, that seems like it's a danger. I mean,
If we had Ren, it might not be.
we are enemies right now.
What if we were like, the normal sun elves like hate our guts right now?
Or even just me and Ren
You know?
could kind of go in first and, tell them that you guys come in later. I don't know. If just Ren came in, or me and Ren, then it'd be fine.
Maybe it would be good for me and Gunastri not to come with you on your first trip there.
I was
Definitely
just
not
about
Gwen.
to say that, yeah.
Because they might have the same idea that the Sun Elves do. Definitely
And
not Gwen.
he looks to you, Karrison, and you should be careful if you go.
I agree.
I guess.
We should probably prepare them. Again, if we're going to see them, we should probably make sure they aren't going to just immediately kill you.
I don't have the pointy ears though. I don't look that much like a sun elf.
Well, I don't know if I don't know if looking like it much matters. I think just the whole relation probably isn't good. And no offense, your relation to Sabulair probably isn't going to bode well either. So
That's why we don't tell them that part.
You
Mr.
guys
Shaw
look pretty
also
similar.
says, I figured you were a sun elf the moment you walked in, or walked when I saw you.
I just didn't want you to say that.
and
You
I
should be
mean,
careful,
yeah,
Karis.
Okay.
yeah, I'd say if even just Ren went to them first, or like I said, I could help guard him and stuff too. But I feel like we should probably prep them and see how they're gonna react if we do bring Sun Elves. We can't just bring them to the camp.
First step is convincing Ren, because every time I tell him, he's like, "Oh, look at the time," and he like goes. So I think we have to figure out.
Well, we're probably going to have to. If he wants to stop getting kidnapped, we probably have to figure it out. So
True.
it is an accurate statement of fact.
I
Oh
don't know
gee,
where
I
I
have
started. I wasn't even laughing that hard.
to go file my taxes. This is Waxwork.
Okay.
But thank you for translating that, Ezio.
Yeah, thanks, Ez.
And he looks to you. Is he?
I'm sorry. I just like you when nicknames happen when I like people. As a heel.
So pointedly.
But Mr. Shaw looks. Is there anything else you needed?
Quick question: How expensive and or unavailable are cell phones and or an extra tracker thing?
Tracker thing? What do you mean by
Like,
that?
yeah, the little trackers
Oh,
those.
the emergency beacons.
Yeah, those. How hard are those to get and or how much are they?
Those are strictly for Spire employees.
Mhm.
So, you all have yours
Okay.
still, right?
Yeah. I was just more looking at if my family needed something, I wanted to make sure they had some sort of way to signal me or something. But if not, I guess we can. I'll find out a way.
If you needed a phone, they go for
Hmm?
$150.
Okay. I look in my semi-empty coin purse. Well, right. Well,
Did you buy
Oh, man.
potions? I thought you had money.
We bought potions last time. Remember?
We only bought one. He gave us 100 gold. Well, divided.
Yeah. I definitely don't have 150. Either way, let's see.
Yeah, for sure. You don't have 150, but.
Okay. cool. Okay, just making sure. Well, that was all I had. I just wanted to make sure we were. Oh, and also did I ever get that gun back? Do I have the extra gun or no? I think I got it from one of the.
extra gun. Actually, because you guys are all in the chaos of it, Edsel picked it up, so he has it.
Is he using it?
He has not really been using it, but you did tell Mr. Shaw you'd give it back to him as well.
Okay, so. I'll look. We have an extra gun. As are you using that? Or Esil, sorry. Are you using that? Do you mind us giving it back to Shaw? I borrowed it for a minute.
It's fine. He puts it on the desk.
Okay.
Mr. Shaw, thank you. Puts it back in his desk.
We did lose the armor, though.
It was when Ren died, and then everyone was
Do you have the car as well?
We do have that. Well, we have that, right? Oh no, we don't. We do.
Well, it's still there. It's just we all went in
so
the.
We have you left it there. Okay.
We have the Spire van though that the Sun Elves had.
You have the Sun Elves van. Okay.
Yeah, that was from Spire though originally. We can go get it if you want whenever he's getting better.
Okay.
We just wanted to let you know.
We made sure it was safe and nothing would hurt it.
Yes, hopefully nothing happened to that car.
We're hoping too.
Those are expensive. Hope you know.
Yeah, we're hoping as well. But
do you want us to go back and get it like today?
I mean, don't do anything that would be dangerous to yourselves. It's fine if it's fine.
Is he mad or is he just like irritated?
Give me an insight roll.
I want to see if he's like angry at us, if he's gonna be less likely to give us stuff, or 23.
There's some irritation there.
21.
Irritation.
Yeah, there's definitely some irritation.
Okay, I'm just gonna say, I promise as soon as we are up and able, we'll go get the car back and we'll bring it back to you.
All right.
Okay, thank you.
It looks like her brain's gonna explode.
With Ren dying, it kind of threw us for a loop, but I promise we'll get it back.
No, Renan's more important than a car, so.
All right. Well, I kind of like awkwardly like, right. Well, thank you for everything. We're gonna kind of shuffle like back up.
Is that all you needed? You're all set.
I think so, right? Are you guys good?
I just tell him real fast. I don't have to explain the whole thing again, but I would just tell him about Shadow and Jarzagon being the same. Especially because they were like studying the root and the parasite stuff and had to do with Aaliyah. So he might find the connection useful.
He'll take note of that. All right.
That was all.
Anything else? You good? Okay.
I think so.
So you guys pack up and head out to Iron Fist? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I think we'll take our break here, and we'll come back and continue our downtime moments. So, thank you guys for being here. Again, we appreciate you. 1 year of Beacon Zora, so I appreciate you all being here for that. We are going to go take our break real quick. We'll say 3:45 Central. Sound good to you? It's a longer break, but that means you can make some food or whatever you need to do. We got a question of the day that's going to be on the break screen that we would like to hear your answers to. And also some amazing art of the Beacon Babies. So check it out. And if you feel so inclined, maybe go give the artist a follow here on Twitch.
On Twitch.
And help her reach affiliate. So, we'll see you guys soon. Have a good break. Okay, we are back, everybody. Back from our break, all refreshed and ready to go with the second half of the session. But thanks for being here, everybody. Again, really do appreciate it. Lots of appreciation vibes from me today. 1 year, so 1 year. Crazy. Okay. Anyways, let's get back into it. Our party is going to be all meeting back up at the Iron Fist just to chill, but any other major events you guys want to do? Any important conversations you want to do kind of in these days as Renan is resting up?
Are we going into day 2?
Yeah, I mean, we can move forward a day if you guys are just whatever you want to accomplish.
I think a lot of it's just starting to discuss what to do next.
Yeah,
I need to
totally.
talk to Carter about something quickly. It won't take too long.
Would you have filled me in on everything you guys talked about at the office, minus Kara's little private goal?
Yeah, how much of this do you want to skip, Mark, and how much of this do you want to... Like, how do you want to navigate this?
Tell me what you guys want to accomplish, and again, I'll jump into scenes if I feel like we need to. But if you're just like, I want to update Renan on this, do it. Renan, if you feel like, okay, I got something I really need to say to this, we can jump into stuff. But
okay.
He did have an idea. There was something he wanted to tack on at the end of that, but now I can't remember what it was. What was the last thing you guys were talking about?
The Moon Elves and Karis, maybe not going front line on that. I think armor and the car, that was part of it too.
Oh yeah, car. Yeah, he's if you guys update him on all that and be like, oh yeah, Shaw's a little, upset about the car. I mean, we just left it by the road, so it wouldn't be that difficult to go get on the road.
I was trying to like
near the.
Yeah, I mean, I was trying to pinpoint with Mark and he was being really vague. So, Mark, if you're being DM vague, fine. But if you're being Mark vague, then please clarify. So, would it be one of those things we could go pick up the car and it wasn't that close to the Sun Elves? So we could probably just take it and it wouldn't be a huge risk.
It was not like right next to their camp. It was a little ways away. It wasn't incredibly far away because you needed to get somewhat close to start your walk to the temple from there. But you're a little ways away, so potentially it's fine, but you don't know.
That we know of.
Was it surrounded by scary trees?
Yes.
Kind of thing.
So you're kind of in scary trees zone.
Not at night.
Yeah.
Not at night. What if the car's like smashed? What if they like knew it was our car? And
our reasoning then was that it was during the dark, pitty parts of the forest that moved, and that we left it in an area where we didn't feel like they was chasing us that night after it stopped. That was our reasoning then when we the car.
Yeah. And like I know we wanted like we tried to make it so the car was not super visible.
So our only real risk would be a potential guard out somewhere near the path.
Like an ambush.
And maybe Lorith if we think she's in.
Because
if that's her.
There's 3 guards left, or no, there's 5
You guys
guards.
will recall that there were like traps that you nearly walked into while you were kind of near that spot, though.
Right.
So.
We probably want to make sure we're all good to go before we go get it, I guess. We got to be prepared
if we even should, or if we should do it later.
Willing to go with us. We go in the morning.
I don't think he's going to come with us.
He wants a car.
We did it! We were the ones that messed up!
He doesn't want to go get his car?
We messed up. I mean, I don't think we messed up.
I know. I think no. He was already so disappointed and irritated with us. If we were like, hey, can you help us get the car that we lost to our boss who's already helped us so much? No, we're not.
Hey, I know you're irritated about losing a car. We're gonna go get it back. Or do you want to come help us or not?
I mean, we got enough people we could potentially.
We can. I'm just saying.
So, you guys all have gotten the vibe too that Mr. Shaw is a busy person and he can't just drop everything to go and help you with your adventures.
It's not our adventures.
Just say it.
You go out and help Karis, but I don't know that. That's okay. All right.
Exactly.
So Renan was more than willing to drive. Kind of his idea would be like, hey, we drive, stop, the group runs out, secures the other car, probably at least Raya to look for traps, and then we
Yeah.
both drive back together.
What if
Well-
they found it though?
Okay, hey, Ez, are you here, Ez?
Hello. Yes, I am here. You say my name, and it's Ezheal, by the way. I'm here.
Oh, sorry, Ez, I'm sorry.
So
Can we just call you Ez then?
No, it's Ezheal.
Ezheal. What do you think about us going to get that car back? Do you think that's a good idea or a stupid idea?
How important is it?
I mean, he seems irritated with us,
pretty expensive.
and it's expensive.
Very useful. It would help us if we ever go west again.
I don't know. It may be dangerous.
Do you think that they would find it pretty easy?
I wasn't there when you put it there, so I do not know where it is.
It's kind of in the woods.
That's
We
very
just drive
On the
helpful.
road.
Can we describe
Say
like
the road.
can we try and describe like exactly where it would be? Like if we hit it, would you guys ever go on patrols to like look for stuff like that, especially if we had
There are hunting groups that go out, yes.
so what if they
might
might
find
have it?
That's what I'm saying. The problem is that if we go out and get the car, Lorith likes to like set stupid traps.
Yeah.
So I would totally not put it past her to like set up a thing around the car because she knows we might want it.
Agreed.
Take down more. What? Sorry.
I mean, Mr. I can barely lift a cup right now. I don't think so.
Yeah, I can drive the getaway car.
I think we need to be basically. I think we need to go into every encounter like it's gonna go as bad as possible because every
Yeah.
time it has. So we need to make sure
I agree.
we're prepared.
Are we just abandoning the car then?
I don't know. I know he's mad at us, but honestly, part of me thinks it's like.
Well,
what it is.
I mean, is there anything stopping us from just getting the car when we feel better about it or like more ready?
If they're gonna find it, they're gonna find
Like
it. So
waiting
I-
a week?
The
Type of
longer we wait, more chance they're gonna have the car.
As
Well, they could have already
well,
found it by now.
on
Yes.
Good.
yeah, you think that they have?
What?
Do you think they well, oh sorry, I thought you were saying yes to her question. Not saying yes to me saying your name. Okay, hi. So is do you think
Flash?
it's super likely that someone would find it in the camp
Already.
already, like right now?
If there are traps nearby, maybe.
So they're hunting traps, right? I see.
So,
Or are we?
I'm gonna take a bet and say we should probably. They probably might have found it already, and we might want to wait until we're feeling up to it or out in that direction anyway, and are more prepared to.
I mean, eventually
fight.
we wanted to go back to that church anyway. So.
Yeah, exactly. So
Plus, we
especially
have
when
their
you're feeling
cars,
better.
It was just weighing the risk of, do we go now and hope we get it before they do, or abandon it for whenever we go back?
Mm-hmm. I feel really bad about it, but I just don't know.
It's just a car. I know it's expensive, but they probably will use it until because we have their car, so they probably will use it, and then we could just get it back whenever we're ready to get it back. You know.
Okay.
Whatever you guys want.
all right. Any other pressing matters?
Doesn't have to be a whole scene, but next day, Ren would eventually find Gwen again, and if she's down to it, he's curious if she wants to maybe explore, show off her powers a bit. curious what she has.
Can't be around. Sorry, being sneaky.
Sure.
No, not sneaky enough.
Me too. I want to see.
Okay.
As long as it's not overwhelming to her. If I get the feeling like she's okay with everyone there.
She
We
will
can turn around.
nod. This can be later that evening, even the first day, if you want to. But you just ask her, just to show you anything.
Main Cares will kind of lighten it up by showing off different things and kind of try and lighten Lee. Be like, hey, so what'd you get? You know?
Yeah, I got this, and I'll like pew pew on the wall in the arena. Like I can take her even down to it and be like, "This is where we fight sometimes. We don't have to fight each other, but like you can shoot things at the wall if you want."
Ren stays away from that area.
So she's just like, so I think you saw me do this, and she points her finger, and fire shoots out and hits the wall.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Very cool.
I frostbite and put it out before it burns down the place. That's cool. Just be careful with wood.
And and she looks at like a dummy that's over like one of the punching bags over there, and just is like, I can do this, and she puts both her hands out, and suddenly lightning goes and arcs between her and the dummy. It's just like, oh, she's holding it there, and it's just shocking, this thing. And I mean, you're watching as like the punching bag is starting to like burn up, and there's like streaks of places that are burning as she does. It's like, oh, and she stops.
Oh, whoa, yeah, hold on. Oh, wait, okay. I like do mending on it, like.
Yeah, it's got some damage spots, but you start to kind of bring it back together.
Yeah. Gwen, that is amazing.
That was super cool.
Are you happy to have powers now?
Yeah, it's good, I think.
It's cool.
Takes some getting used to, I think, but
And she looks to so one of you can try to hit me.
Me!
Okay.
You want me to just like punch you or what?
Renan just
Just
gets
nods.
his hands ready to heal.
Okay. Do you want me to go easy on you or not go easy on you?
Punch me for real.
Okay, we'll go easy on you. Ready? Phew.
Roll to attack.
Oh, hold on. It's unarmed. I think it's 16.
16. So you watch as you take that punch. I mean, she dodges out of the way, and she's like, "No, for real. You're a fighter, right?"
Yeah. I was just joking.
Do it again.
My specialty is more magic punches, by the way, not like actual punches. But yeah, okay. It's even worse.
She's looking a little concerned. Do
You don't need to hold back.
do the magic punch.
Okay, I'll do a magic punch. I'm way better at those. I never pretended I was going to actually punching people with my fists.
I mean, you always knocked me out with your fists, but...
Well, Gwen's better than you, I guess.
I mean, it's true, but dang.
I mean that in a compliment to you, Ren. I don't know how. I'm sorry.
Well, it's good. She's quick on her feet.
She is. Okay, so that's 19.
Okay, so what do you do? What are you sending at her?
I was just gonna do a frosty, right?
Renan dies again.
Okay. So the frost flies out, and you watch as like her eyes flash for a second, and like her markings kind of ignite, and there's a barrier of light that just goes, and your spell hits that and dissipates.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
very cool.
Oh my gosh! Wait, is that like my shadowy thing?
Maybe.
When someone tries to hit me, a shadow thing goes. But I don't have markings. My markings don't do anything.
What color was it? You said it was light?
It was like light, yeah.
Like a yellow light or like a white light? Because like Ren has more of like a white moonlight with his stuff,
Yeah,
right?
it's more like kind of a warm sunlight feel you get from it.
That's fun.
That's
Wow,
cool.
that's so cool, Gwen.
Have you heard anyone like talking to you in your head or your dreams?
Yeah, did you guys sun person?
That's two different things.
I mean, back at the temple, I heard stuff still.
Uh-huh.
Scary voice. Like, have you heard anyone different?
She shakes her head.
Well, that's okay, Gwen. That's okay, because, like, I didn't know I had a friend, Roz person, until, like, way later, so.
Yeah, it's okay. I can do this too. And she goes to the dummy again, and then you watch as just fire just out from her hand in a cone, and just like ignites the whole dummy and or the punching bag, and she's like, sorry about that.
More fire.
Oh, James is gonna kill me. Okay.
I frostbited a couple times.
It's like, he was like,
Cheers.
I like look around frantically for Carter. He's not here, is he?
No.
Like, hide, we gotta hide this so Carter doesn't see it.
I thought you can mend stuff.
Well, it's pretty jarred
Yeah,
right
this
now.
is pretty bad. This is major damage.
It's fine. I'll tell him it was me.
Okay.
That was really cool though.
It was super cool, Gwen.
It's really neat that we can all kind of do similar spells, but they look different. I think that's really
Mhm.
cool.
Yeah, so I can do stuff now.
You can do stuff now.
You gotta
Super
high-five
cool
See if she
team.
knows what I'm doing.
She looks at you a little confused.
That's right. Yep, you guys don't know this. So this is like, yeah, good job.
I'll do it, Tim. Like that.
She'll kind of pat your hand.
It's even more fun when you go like as hard as you can to make your
Not
hand
as hard as
hurt.
you can. Just
Yeah,
enough
it's fun
to get
that way.
sound. Just
It
sound.
shows how excited you are.
Not pain. It helps if you look at the elbow though.
Yeah, you look at the elbow. We're going to try to do it as hard as you can with me, okay?
Not as hard as you can.
What? We were all still like punch me earlier. Like,
She looks at you and okay, and she
okay.
yeah,
It made a good sound.
it did
Yeah.
make a good sound.
What do you do after this, Gwen? Are you gonna come with us? Are you gonna stay here? What do you feel like doing?
I don't know. I need to think about it, I think.
You have all these new abilities. You can do really whatever you want. Not what I mean within limits, but you could train here. You could.
Right, it's so direct. I love it.
Yeah,
Like,
you
don't
could-
burn
you
down
could-
the whole city or anything.
don't kill people for fun. But you could do really anything you wanted.
And it's also okay not to know what you want to do yet.
I
Just hang on till you know.
think I mean, I still want to do something good.
Definitely.
Mariah can tell you there's a lot of different ways you can do good.
So even if it's not coming with us, you could even see if Shaw needs any help with anything from Spire, even around the city, if you wanted. If you wanted to stay here, or Beacon could always use your help. Or
They're
Yeah.
super nice too. Yeah.
there's lots of people that probably could use cool fire and shock powers.
If anyone needs to clear a forest, you're the go-to person.
Yeah, just burn it.
I don't know. I'm pretty tired now. I don't know if I can do any more. But
Oh yeah, I think everyone gets tired after you like go pew 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 with all the spells and stuff.
Take some time, but
Always something to think about. It's good to hold back just a little bit in case things happen in the middle of the night.
Oh my
A
god.
lot of things happen to us in the middle of the
Shut.
night. Yeah, we learned that the hard way a couple times.
what if you hold back and you lose because of it?
Well, then don't hold back, yeah.
Okay.
A judgment.
I'm saying,
in the
yeah,
moment.
if you can, you know, like I couldn't hold back against Sabriliera, but it would have been nice if I could have, because, well, you guys know.
Well, technically, though, you wouldn't have been able to heal yourself if you were, like, unconscious.
No, but I was wondering if I'd be able to shield myself in time. I don't know. That was kind of a quick thing, but maybe. It was weird.
Yeah.
Moment.
Not really.
We'll be fine.
Anyways, we'll
It's all worked out.
Good.
It's worked out thus far for us. Kind of.
Alright. I'm gonna go lay down. I think my headache came back.
All right. Anything else you guys want to do with your downtime?
At some point, I would want to talk to Carter real quick.
Sure. You can pull him aside.
Let me make sure. Let me look at my thing real fast. Of course, it's not loading. I just wanted to check and see how much money I had. Yeah, I would pull him aside, and just be like, "Hey, how's your dad?
Think he's okay.
You heard from him? Is he hiding with everybody, or is everyone kind of separate?"
He's took them somewhere else for a little while. Just lie low.
Okay. That's a good idea. Have you seen him?
I went and saw him, yeah.
Was he mad?
I mean, he's not happy about everything being forced to move out.
Yeah. What do you want to do?
What do you mean, what do they want to do?
Like about this?
I mean, make it so there's no more threat to him, I guess.
Yeah. Do you think they should keep hiding for now?
Well, for now, right? Because there's those crazy people who keep trying to kill Brennan and you guys.
Yeah. I just didn't know. I didn't know how, like, like sometimes your dad gets kind of mad. So, like, I didn't know if, like, anger levels getting bigger. So maybe we should try and figure something out, like, right now versus he can be patient.
I mean, I think as long as it doesn't affect the off season too much, or when the off season's over. But
Yeah.
he's losing money every day.
Because of having to move out.
Yeah, no one's going in drinking here or anything.
Yeah.
No one's coming for the ladies, so.
Yeah. Okay. That was the last thing I wanted to do was this place get caught up.
Well, maybe you guys need to get out of here.
Yeah.
Don't stay here anymore.
I was kind of thinking that, actually.
Make it so that the people here are no longer associated really with you as closely.
But my dad's still there. Doesn't like I almost feel like I wonder if I'd have to make him go somewhere too for now. But he's stuck here kind of, so.
Yeah. But I mean, he doesn't have to fight till we get back into the seasons again, so.
Yeah.
It's got until then.
Okay. Maybe I'll talk with him about it. Hey, if you're gonna see your dad, can I trust you with something?
What?
Money.
You want to give him money?
Yeah.
Sure.
It's for my dad, tell him, please, so he puts it in the right place.
Okay.
Okay. I give him 50.
50. All right. Okay. I'll get it to him.
Okay, thanks. Okay. Thanks for helping. By the way.
Yeah, no problem.
Screw you off.
Okay. we're back to open downtime. Anybody else got something?
I guess before I know I don't know if we're going by day or whatever, but before I know we're gonna leave, I'm gonna go back to my family and just check up on them and see. I don't know how long it's been though, and just like, sorry, the fruit flies back. And then just kind of talk to them before I leave.
Okay. Where are you going to leave? Are you waiting until Ren's better to go get the car? Is that what you're talking about?
Or whatever we were planning on.
We haven't even talked about our plans, I guess.
Okay.
Whenever our plans are enacted.
Basically, I was just going to wait, until we were going to go on our next
okay.
beacon mission. And then I would...
So before you go, you want to talk to your family. Sounds good.
Yes. That's whatever that is.
Okay.
Other than that.
I think we probably should start talking about plans, maybe like second or third day.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, Ren, you keep getting good night's rest. Each day your penalty goes down by 1. So it's like Tuesday right now, you're at 3. Goes to Wednesday, you're at 2. Thursday, you're at 1. You guys doing anything during these times?
Who's the company that makes energy weapons? Is that Spire strictly?
Yes.
Or do they outsource from someone?
That is Spire who makes the energy weapons.
He called Shaw at some point.
Sure.
He doesn't know who else to call or doesn't have anyone else's number at Spire.
So he'll pick up the phone. Hello?
Hey, sorry to bother you. Super quick. So I'm really sorry about losing the armor. My bad. Probably figured out how to sleep without taking armor off again, so that's on me. I'll pay you back eventually. It's really expensive. I wanted to figure out how to like protect my friends a little better. So I had 1 or 2 questions. Is there any projects or anyone you know that maybe like could turn a sword into like maybe like have maybe some energy damage to it, or maybe a shield that's fortified with energy type technology?
Well, you already talked to me about making a energy type sword, so we're in development on that. We're still trying to figure out how to make it. It's kind of complicated, but shield potentially, that may be a little more difficult, but we'll see.
Wait. That's all. Just a thought. I don't want to not be there for my friends. Okay. Thanks.
Yep. No problem.
Is there anything you need from us?
Nope, you rest up, Ryan. Glad you're okay.
We're gonna get the car for you. Sorry, who told me about that? I know you're mad, but we're gonna get it. Just there's hunting traps around there, so we'll go when we. Might be a little bit.
I mean, like I told them, it's a car. It's more important to have your life.
Don't worry, it's an asset. We'll eventually get it because we owe you.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Sean.
She reminds me of like a teenager. You wreck your parents' car.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's only matters you're okay. You're luckily, or just happy you're safe. They're gritted.
You read first and
Eventually
I'll pay you back.
Yeah.
No,
Shouldn't say
Red
that.
always, anytime there's like a person of authority regresses to like teenager mode because he hasn't been around that as a teenager. So.
All right.
It's fun.
Anything else you guys want to do on recovery days for running?
I think I would mostly just be spending a lot of time with my dad. Hopefully he's calmed down a little bit. Not that he was like flighty, but just seems to relax, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, he nearly died there. It was kind of a traumatic experience for him.
By us.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, he kind of just is settling in a little bit more, and Yep, just, I don't know. I'm not sure what I should feel like. I feel like I should stay out of your way. 'Cause I'm just gonna get trampled over with how fast things are going.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Do you have something you want to do or something you'd feel like safer doing?
Just stay out of your way. That's all I gotta do.
What do you mean by that, though? Do you think I shouldn't come over here as much, or do you think you should go somewhere else?
No, I mean, I always want to see you. You're my girl.
Yeah.
Of course I want to see you. But just there's risk of trying to get caught up. So if you come and are like, hey, I want to go to the Sun House with you, I'm going to say no. Because one, it might not be you, and two, it seems dangerous. So just want to live a simple life and not get tied to trees and nearly get killed.
Do you wanna, if we found like a different place that was a little like closer to Spire or something, would you feel better staying there for a little bit?
I have to walk all the way back here though to do stuff. I don't know.
Such an old man. Oh my god. I don't know. I was just trying to think. Like Carter and I were trying to figure out a way to like Carter also said I should probably distance myself from here.
I see. I mean, what about Brennan's apartment?
I mean, it's a lot harder to just walk in and bother you. But I know you'd be there kind of by yourself, so I feel bad about it. I just don't know what to do.
No, I mean, I stay here and you go there.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I mean, I got Carter here. If James moves back in, we'll have James.
I guess I just keep worried they're gonna target the place, but I guess if I try not to go as much, maybe I could try and get you to come, like, see me at his place, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I could
What?
come visit you.
Instead. Oh, Dad, I don't want to, leave, though. Like, I know I probably have to. Or not come as much. I didn't want it for this place.
I know this has been your home.
But it'd be worse if people kept getting hurt, though.
I
I just don't like things changing.
I think you've grown beyond just the girl who fights at the arena, though. I think you're a lot more than that.
Hey, you said you wanted that. Is this all you?
It is what I wanted.
Yeah. Are you sure it's what you want now, though? Because it's like 40 million times more complicated.
Yeah. I mean, you keep going. Doing your thing. You're way stronger than I ever was.
I mean, if it makes you feel any better, I think you would still outpunch me.
Not if you use
You
your...
know? My punches are
pew.
wimpy. My pew pew, yeah. My magic punches, yeah, but if you and I like just went and I didn't use magic, you would win for for sure, because you're always the champion.
Not the champion anymore. It's time for a new
You are
generation.
in my head.
It's time for you and your friends to take over. And be champion of the city, not just the Iron Fist.
Champion of the city.
So,
Wow, that would be really cool, actually.
yeah. See, you got bigger things. I believe in you. But I'm just gonna be something that's gonna hold you back. So, don't worry.
Okay.
By the way, you know what happened to the punching bag?
Gwen totally burned it up by accident.
Oh, okay.
I didn't tell Carter, I just hit it.
Samo found it just sticking out behind it.
It's like horrifically.
We're probably gonna want to get another one for training when things get started back up, but okay.
Yeah, maybe I'll be rich by then. And I can buy a new one.
Yeah.
Okay, if I move my stuff out and I start crying, can you cover for me? Be like, go look over there.
Sure.
Okay.
I'll do my best.
I'm like really upset about it. Okay.
Alright. Yeah. And he just pulls in for a hug. Always my girl.
You're the best dad.
You're the best daughter.
I'm so happy he's alive. Still.
Yes.
P.S.
Alright. You guys have any other downtime activities you want to do? Anything you want to, like moving things or anything? Setting up,
Gotta make the plan.
make a plan?
Yeah.
That was going to be something Ren did actually was thinking about before that conversation was maybe speaking to them about finding a new place to live and maybe he didn't know about this conversation, so he was going to bring up the idea of somewhere nearby that could be where we could keep Samo or others safe. There, keep an eye on the Iron Fist, but it's something where people wouldn't know where to go if we want.
What?
Like a house or finding an apartment around the block where it's somewhere that people, the elves wouldn't know where you're at, but it's not the
Oh, like
Iron
where
Fist,
Samo
but
could stay or something? Oh, okay.
You or Samo, yeah. And Ren at this point, because Ren's apartment is not safe.
Well,
We're fine
there's-
staying there, but I mean, they know about it.
I mean, how many abandoned buildings are around that you can just occupy within like the city?
There are lots around me.
So,
Yeah.
if you are going within the city, places that are actually like somewhere that would be habitable, not like broken windows and all that stuff, they're getting pretty scarce right now. But the farther out you get, the more likely you are to find something like that. But again, that's risky as well because you're outside the city. So,
Guessing mending is too little of a spell for broken windows, right?
yeah, I think it's only a small area, right, that it does it for that?
I don't know if it's a small area, but you need all the pieces there.
Yeah.
Or like there's a point where you can't mend it because there's not enough material that it almost like stretches. Yeah, you don't create it, you just fix what's there. So.
Yep.
Or we could board up stuff if we wanted, but
Well, I mean, I think the big problem though with the Iron Fist has been that anybody can walk in because it's customers. So I feel like Ren, even if we go back to your place, is right next to Spire. So if we're ever in trouble, we push the beacon. They're there like right then. And if we're able to like board up windows or put like better locky things on it, then maybe it would be harder for people to like get in at least and ambush us.
And I'm not worried about us. I'm worried about people we know, as in Gwen. If they don't want to go with us, Ezreal and Gwen, if they don't want to go with us, leaving them at the apartment is still a targeted place. Leaving at the Iron Fist is a targeted place. Somewhere unknown to everyone else still just gives them that much safer of a place to be.
I mean, they can stay my place. It's more, I mean, I'm barely there anyway, but it's just a little, run down.
It's also around nothing. That's the only thing I'm worried about.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, we could leave them with, like, a beacon, maybe, if we do it in your apartment, or they could run to Spire if anything happens.
Okay.
Are you having this conversation with them present, or are you doing it just...
I would say yes. I was thinking that at least.
I mean, at first I was thinking without, but then pulling them in. Because I think at first it would probably be he was more worried about if Samo would want to leave here, and if she's saying that he doesn't, then yeah, it'd be more thinking about them too. Because like in Ren's mind, it's one thing if the three of us want to stay at his place. He just doesn't like the idea of keeping people there when they're not there, because it's so known. It's still a target. You know? Even Spire, they knew we were there.
Oh, I thought Mark was going to cut it with NPCs.
I mean, you guys said you were doing it without them first, so if you want them there, I can...
No, I mean, at this point, pulling them in.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I was just saying that, yeah.
Yeah, so Ezreal will say, I mean, I will keep Gwyneth 3 safe if we are there. I don't like the idea of running and hiding, though. If there's a problem, I want to face it. I don't want to live like I need to be constantly looking in the shadows and not really live your life. It's... If they want to come for me and her, then they need to fight and deal with us.
Yeah, but if we're gone doing something, numbers matter. And look how quickly we all got overwhelmed when we were separated. They knew where to find us. They took us out one by one. At least just for now. Why make it easier for them, you know?
I mean, that won't make it easy.
I know.
No, listen. If we did camp out near Spire, then they would have members.
Your apartment is nice, Renan.
Hmm?
Your apartment is nice. It is high up, it is locked up, it is good. It's a good
I mean, if you guys are fine with it, then fine. I'm just saying, if the guards were there, Lorith now knows where it is, Saberlier knows where it is, the guards, whoever else they get involved. I would hate to have someone else kidnapped because of me. Or because of what they're trying to do.
If we hide somewhere, who's to say we will not be spotted in the city and followed to a different location, and the exact same thing will happen?
That is very true, with just less of a chance. That's all.
Me and Karis were even just walking around, and Laura still found us, so...
Mm-hmm. We weren't even near the Iron Fist at all.
We weren't anywhere, we were just in the
Headed to
streets.
Iron Fist.
We were probably 45 minutes away from it.
You are right across the street from Spire. Your friend, Mr. Shaw, is right there. There are guards there.
And she got taken in Shaw's office when I was there. I mean, I get it. I guess I'm the only one that's worried. But I mean, if you guys are fine, I would love to have you guys all stay there. And we can work on improving the security. I'm just tired of our friends being taken.
Yeah. Well, I was talking with Carter and my dad, and we kind of agreed that it would probably be better if I distanced myself from the Iron Fist anyway. So I should probably move all my stuff
You've barely been here before, right?
to your place, maybe, Ren.
Are you asking to move in?
Yeah.
No, I'm just joking.
Oh, I was just. That threw me off, Ren.
What? That was helping her. She looked like she was about to cry.
I wasn't. No, that's
Yeah, I know.
ridiculous.
The kitchen's cutting onions. It's fine.
Yeah.
And Gwynestri pipes up too. And you don't have to worry about me. I won't let anybody take me anymore.
Because she's super tough now. Right, Gwen? Elbow, elbow.
I can defend myself now. So I won't let anybody take me. If that's what you're scared of.
Again, I think as long as we have to, all we can do is really make sure we, have resources available, or, make sure people can help if they're around. But they're going to find us if they'll find us,
And if
It
we're
just
all
seems
together, we can be safer, right?
Yeah. And I was thinking too, like if my dad, like maybe we shouldn't even come to the Iron Fist as much anymore. We need to talk to them, to people. They should meet us somewhere.
That's why I'm not even going back to my family's house. I don't know. With everything that's happened with the Iron Fist and stuff, I feel like we should probably stay away from, unfortunately, from the people we care about, because it's kind of just putting a target on them.
Or like still talking to them.
Yeah, communicating, but just more stealthily.
Yeah, just having them come here or something, or just places that are safer, I guess.
Maybe meeting at a location instead.
Or at least just not always. I mean, I know just for Iron Fist, we were just there all the time. I guess the idea is just not being there all the time.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
It's gonna be hard. Okay. Yeah. So anyway, yeah. So can I move my stuff into your apartment, or do you want to try and find a different place? It's just, if it's right next to Spire, that seems like it's really good already.
If you guys are fine with my apartment, that's fine. I still think a new place near Spire would be better, but if you guys are fine with it, I'm not. I love it. It's cute.
It is
How
cute.
big is it? It's like, how many? What's the square footage?
It's fairly big.
Big.
Okay.
It was an old office, basically. So.
Oh, right. Okay.
But basically, like 3 different rooms that can kind of be like sectioned off, like studioed off. It's a great place to keep everyone. It's just a known target. That's all. But maybe we can talk to Spire about locks and
Or
panic buttons.
would Ace have? Does Ace make that stuff?
Ace can be part
Is
of that, yeah.
Does your dad make cool locks?
I mean, Saturday teleports though.
It's more barricadey type stuff than fine-tuned locks,
Yeah.
but
Oh, maybe barricadey stuff would work too.
Do you know if there's anything that could stop her from, separately, like, can do the whole? I think you guys can too. You can like walk through walls and stuff. Is there anything that stops that?
I
I'm
don't
gonna
know.
have to see where I'm going. For
Yeah.
mine.
Ezil will say, I mean, if she just shows up in the room, I shoot her.
That's true.
Easy
Pew
as that.
pew. You're so confident, Ezil. Do you feel
Yeah,
like
you
you can
guys
take
are
on the
really,
world?
really confident and like.
We beat her. We can do it.
True.
We all have each
She looked
other's
pretty
back.
dumb.
Why are you afraid, Ren?
I'm not afraid. There's just look. I've gone
sound
from being
afraid.
overconfident to going like prepared. I mean, we barely won that fight. I died.
Renan. He puts his hand on your shoulder. you are the Moon Elf chosen. And he puts his hand on Gwynestri. And she is the Sun Elf chosen. And you got the thunder right here. And you got the
Thunder!
pew pew dagger or shooty guns over here.
Guys, what I'm saying is when we're not together, didn't we all just agree that not everyone, if we're ever going to go to the Moon Elves, not everyone should go together?
Huh? We didn't even talk.
Well,
We
I'm
gotta
just
talk about the Moon Elves, by the way, Ren.
I'm just saying, you said you caught him up earlier, right? So would you have brought
Yeah.
that point up to him in that later conversation?
Yeah, that way we should probably
Right?
make sure we don't
Yeah,
bring any
yeah.
Sun Elves
Okay.
at first.
So that's why he's bringing up that point. We'll get to that after the part. He's waving around.
Oh,
Last
what was
time you
that?
put me off, Ren.
I know we're gonna talk about it. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Or if we go out west, what if you guys don't want to go?
Why would we go out west?
Broaden?
Oh
East?
yeah.
My
I don't know. It's just like last time we went out west, he wasn't there, so.
Well, we didn't all the west.
Brendan's like, I mean, if it's just me, I'm fine. I don't want to drag this on. I'm just saying. We're being really cocky right now about all of this and I think underestimating them. They want us. They need us.
I don't think we're underestimating them. I just think we're trying to think of what's smartest.
Yeah, and they come for us, and we stop them again.
Brendan's out.
There's no argument with that.
I'm just
Cool.
saying, I don't think you're going to find another abandoned building that close to Spire. That's why I'm saying we need to stay there. More and more people are moving in because of the beacon being
Yeah,
down.
I mean, you're right.
So,
I'm not
I mean, if
giving
you
up.
want to look and you find something like right next door, sure.
That's the point of this whole
Let's
conversation.
go for it. I
Yeah,
don't
I
know, Ren. It's just a.
How about this? How about we just to make sure we can't find anything better? What if we like scout it out and see if there's anything empty around there, and just did a little expedition to see if we can find anything?
Mark, for brevity of sake of this conversation, because I know we're dragging out, can we just roll real quick to see, would we find a place that's suitable? And if not, then we could Ren would be like, all right, fine. Well, let's just do with what we will.
So your requirements are near Spire
Our checklist.
and big enough for
Finding-
all of you.
No. Not, I don't think so. So we would keep Ren's apartment, but like a place that a few people could go if they ever needed to. If we needed to put Samo there for a while, if Gwen and Ezgiel wanted to stay there for, like a safe house type of thing.
Yeah.
And my opinion is that it's anywhere between the Iron Fist and here, but I think near Spire would be a good idea. But that's just me. That's just my first thoughts when I was thinking about this before you even talked to Samo. But it's up to you
Okay.
guys. Do you guys want to stay near Spire?
I think staying near Spire is
Okay.
smart.
But not like a big apartment like this, just like a safe house to stay in for a little bit if needed.
Right.
Like a Raya or a Ren shack size place.
The Raish.
The Raya shack.
Okay.
Okay.
That was my idea going in. Again, I don't want to drag this on. I don't want to fight it because like it's not that big of a deal. If you guys are fine staying at Ren's place, that's cool. I just
Ezra was very
thought-
confident, so.
Exactly. The way we've been overwhelmed, Ren just does not like the idea of leaving someone there if we ever separate for some reason.
Okay.
Something we can roll for? That's a lot.
So you guys all are gonna go search around the area?
We have time. Why not? I don't know. I think I
We have,
can.
like, a
At least
whole
I can
lot,
search.
right?
So, if you are going
I
to
know
search,
Ren-
give me an investigation roll. What day are you doing this on?
Be the third one, right?
Yeah,
So
third.
minus
Yeah.
1 day for you then, Renan?
I'm guessing guidance doesn't work because it's like
No, it's an extended
numerous
period of
time,
time.
yeah.
So,
12.
Dirty 20. What'd you get, Ryan?
you get a Renan roll.
One.
You got.
Zero.
Are
I
ones-
got turned around.
You get a 0.
Wait, why are ones turning into the red roll? It needs to not be.
That's the Renan roll now.
You heard about Rick
Okay.
rolling, right?
We got Raya rolls and we got Renan rolls. What's going to be the Karis roll next?
Yeah.
Red gives up. He's so frustrated this book.
So,
He's
I'll stay in my
tired.
place.
with the group check total, Renan's is a -2, Karis is a failure. So unfortunately, right, even with your dirty 20, you guys search.
Yeah.
Most places are already taken, or they are not super suitable to use as a place, especially in winter. So there's a lot of buildings that have been stripped through, and just like all the important pieces are gone. There's no heat. It's gonna be cold. No water. It's just, I mean, the place you have is pretty nice for location wise, and it's going to be hard to find anything kind of with that specification near Spire. And yeah, there's security risk if you get too far away from the center of the city.
How easily and quickly could Ren go to Ace and help get like a lock bar on the door? One of those large metal pieces to lock
I mean,
in
that's
place.
something you could definitely look into doing. So, do you guys want to go to Spire? Or not Spire, to Ace?
Or Ace. Yeah, we could probably just get some reinforcement type things really fast.
He's got a little bit of gold I can spend on it.
Sure.
To make it make people work for it.
Okay. So, just going again on that last day, same day. Okay.
Yeah.
Kind of resigning yourself to, okay, I guess we're not finding a new place. I'll just barricade this place.
And I'm sorry for taking so much time on this, guys.
No, it's cool. No worries. So yeah, you guys are gonna prepare to do that. One thing that does happen too in that time is Mr. Shaw will call Raya and say that sometime in the near future he'd like to investigate Karis's mother situation, and he would like to join the party in a journey out west to
Wait,
that
can I-
location.
While I'm on the phone with him, can I like insight him to kind of see like, cause I'm like, this is weird. She talked to him alone. Like, I don't know. Can I? Maybe I wouldn't make the connection. Can I roll to see if I make the connection?
Yeah, with disadvantage.
Disadvantage. Okay. He has a good poker voice. Oh, didn't roll super well anyway. Oh, they're both the same. Well, actually, 18 because I rolled 2 9s.
Yeah, I rolled a natural 20 for his playing it cool. So.
He is the coolest.
You have no clue.
Okay.
Now,
Very
the
nice.
Chances
Alright.
when you tell Karis in the house her reaction.
I was gonna say that was actually my.
What about that?
Oh, Mr. Shaw, how could he? He knows how I feel about my mom.
So,
So I was gonna say that's gonna be my because he played it so cool. I'm gonna be like, oh no, off to Karis. So after like we get off the phone,
Yep.
after we get off the phone. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna like just kind of listen. Or are we all together, by the way, when he calls me?
Yeah, you guys are all kind of in your searching thing and preparing to barricade everything up. So,
Okay, so I guess after I get off, I'm gonna kind of like slowly like hang up the phone and be like, so that was Shaw. He has a sort. Well, actually, okay, well, never mind. He has I guess another mission for us, but I don't know if you're gonna like this one, Karis. He wants to maybe look into what happened to your mom.
He wants to look into what happened to my mom.
Yeah.
Why?
I'm not laughing. In character. No. Yeah. He said he wanted to look at, if it was possible to unfreeze her, or if what exactly happened to her, and kind of investigate that.
Well, that's great, right?
I don't know. How do you feel about it, Karis?
I mean, whatever, I guess. I don't know.
I'm gonna insight her.
Like,
go for it.
I want to know what she's actually thinking. Oh, I rolled well too.
Let's see what my deception is.
24.
I don't lie very often. You got what?
24.
19.
Yeah, something's off about her.
Wait, what do I notice? Does she seem like she's actually excited, or do I know she's like?
I mean,
lying about
you
something?
get a sense that maybe she does have some interest in going to do something
Okay.
with her mom.
Okay.
I mean, you don't have any idea about her talking to Shaw about that. Like, that's totally
I would know
outside.
that.
But,
It would be more like she just is like.
but it's just like, you sense maybe she does want to.
Okay.
Like, maybe
Look
I
into
didn't
stuff
put
with
up
her
quite
mom.
as much of a fight as you would have thought. That
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna note it, and because I know Karis, I'm not gonna say anything about it. I'm going to just drop it and be like, all right, if this is okay with everyone, then I guess we'll.
Yeah, if Karis doesn't want to go, you shouldn't force her. And Ren's kind of speaking because of the Moon Elves thing.
I was like, well, we're gonna go to the Moon Elves anyway. I mean, I'll think about
maybe,
it. I'll
you know,
think about the
well,
moth thing. I have some time.
It could be more important. It could help us with the Moon Elves. I mean, you never know.
I mean, it could be relevant. Well, especially if maybe your mom does know something about everything that happened at the Moon Elves too.
I don't know. Probably not.
Maybe we'll see. But either way, I mean, well, we should wait definitely until Ren's back to speed or back to like his full
No,
health.
we need.
'Cause-
Okay, we need to talk about our plans in a second, but I think we should do
I think
Moon Elves
Aceworks
first.
is about to close. We should go check in them with them real quick.
All right.
Okay,
When we
so
get back to the Iron Fist, I like put my hand in your face.
We're not going to the Iron
yeah, you're not going to the Iron Fist right now.
Oh, you're right. When we get back to the apartment, well, I had to move my stuff over.
Okay, that could have been like
Moving
part of
on.
the bringing stuff over there phase.
Sure.
So you're on that side at least while all your stuff. That could be earlier in that
Sure.
day. You brought it all over, and then you searched the area, just so you're not like bopping around all over the place. You know.
Samo definitely had to distract one of you guys. So
Okay. So now you guys are going down to Ace. Do you want to bring Ezhil and Gwynestri with you to this?
They want to go.
They want to come, yeah.
Okay. Sure, they'll come with you guys.
They said we do everything together. So.
Yeah, stay together.
We're a team.
Stay
Okay.
together. So, you begin to head south from your house towards the Ace Steelworks yard. Give me a perception roll, everybody.
Uh-oh. I don't. We all.
Uh-oh.
15.
16. Somehow.
9.
15, 16, and then 9. Okay.
Yeah.
How did I get the highest one?
I was just Ren rolled. I'm sorry, that's me.
I love it.
You did good.
So-
No, I just red rolled.
Oh.
As you guys are kind of walking your way down, you start to notice there's a few people who seem a little panicked on the way as you kind of get closer towards Ace.
How so? How panicked? What do you mean?
Like, some people look definitely concerned as you move. You see, like,
Can
people
I like stop
talking.
someone?
If you noticed it, yeah, you could. But...
Oh, I didn't notice. You're right.
What's happening? Oh, look at that. This is weird. Why are they freaking out?
So now
Yeah,
you
we
know.
can let it
Now
out.
you're aware.
Oh. Ah.
Can I stop someone and be like, or are they like looking around, or are they like how?
You got some people who are like hurriedly walking away from the direction, like looking back.
Hey, what's going on?
Can I just hey, what's up? What's going on?
There was some sort of attack at Ace Steelwork.
Okay.
Let's go.
What do you mean attack?
Yeah, we like.
I don't know the
looking over
details.
there.
Okay, yeah, and I kind of like send them on their way.
Okay.
I guess I'll look at Ren. How okay are you?
He starts running.
Okay, off we go.
So you all
just
five as a
figured it.
group running that direction towards Ace. As you get closer, you pass a few more people who are kind of fleeing the area, it looks like. And eventually, as you get a little closer, you even see like a bit of smoke that's rising up kind of from nearby that yard.
Oh.
But you eventually make it there, and you look inside, and you see mangled up pieces of what looks to be another tower that was being built that has been
Oh my god.
broken to pieces.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I look for Rodden!
Okay.
Okay, can we like
Look
immediately
around
start
for
looking
rejects
around?
or-
Yeah, if you guys are look for rejects, give me a perception roll.
Can I guidance myself or no?
Yeah, you can do it for this one.
9.
18.
9, 18.
5.
And what? You said 5?
5.
5 with guidance?
With guidance.
Oh no.
Wow.
Cancel up. Well, actually 6.
Okay.
Sorry, that made it.
You still have
That's
-1, but yeah,
Actually.
still. Okay.
I just wasn't getting anything.
Okay.
So low.
So you guys are like scanning the area, looking around, not seeing a whole lot. Until Raya looks over in a direction, you feel like you see a hooded person that looks similar to somebody you recognize.
Can I bolt? I mean, like we're gonna like book it towards him, and I'm just gonna like tackle him. We're just gonna try tackling him.
Okay.
If I can catch him, I never
like
catch
just
him.
watch her run.
Yeah, she just takes off.
As I'm yelling, I'm gonna say, "Run!" Just start. Actually, no, I'm not gonna yell to him. Just kidding. I'm going to message in Karis's head, Rodden, and then I'm gonna run. But I'm gonna try to be silent.
So give me a stealth roll, disadvantage.
Okay.
I cast haste
Oh,
on
dice
myself
gods.
as soon as she says that, and on Raya.
Okay.
You said stealth with Oh, I got 2 10s. Weird. So 18 for stealth.
18. Okay.
Yeah, probably worse than him, right?
Are you telling Fred anything?
No, because I assumed Karis would tell him.
I
just-
guess Paris.
Can I message two
Yeah.
people once? Can I message 2 people once?
No,
It'd just be
but
2 different
I-
rounds, so.
So basically how it goes down is she messages me, Rodden takes off. I cast haste on her, twin spell,
Oh,
and
me?
on myself.
Yep.
Yeah,
Woo.
so you're going extra fast.
Okay.
And then I
So, yeah.
nudge Ren and go, Rodden! And then I like take off like really fast too.
So I'd be like around behind everybody, effectively. Yeah.
Yeah, so you're behind. Raya again,
Nice.
taking off, running in that direction.
I'll get him
You
this
are
time.
pretty quiet, but his perception is enough that he looks back and sees you running.
He always
And it
towards
is him.
You lock eyes with Rodden. You see him.
Okay.
How far away is he?
From where you are, I'd say maybe like 150 feet. He's kind of a little ways off from you. But Rye, you're zooming. You got your haste on. You're just this is like flash, just blink of like a line of light behind you as you're flying down this road towards him.
I love that.
And he just like looks back in kind of shock as how fast you're moving. And
Do I get him?
he just kind of like looks at you and
He's gonna do something.
I'm running behind her too.
He's gonna blink out of existence. I know he's going to do that.
he actually stands there and doesn't run.
I did not like this.
I don't like it. Can I, before I like tackle him, can I just stop and like, we're just gonna look
Hi.
at him? Yeah, and I'm gonna be like, I'm just gonna say, Rodden.
He looks at you.
Can I know he's inside. Can I like, do I notice anything about him? Does he look like himself? Does he look like he's being controlled? What does he look like?
He's still got those like dark eyes, and his hair's grown out a little bit. His hood's up. Raya,
Rodden, what are you doing here?
what needs to be done?
You need to come with us. We can help you.
I don't need your help. You need to come with me.
All right. Hold on.
Tell me
Debating.
when I get
Yeah, you catch up because you got haste as well. You're not that far behind. And like Redden and the other elves are all coming behind.
Be at least 3 rounds away. Yeah.
Yeah, it takes a little bit for them to get there, but Karis, you get there, you see him standing there.
I'm just sitting there watching. I tackle him.
You're going charging
Yeah.
at him.
When I
Yeah.
see Karis go, I'll
Like-
go too. And when I see her move, I'll go.
I'm like,
for
run
it.
it, run it, run it! It's almost like a hug, but also a tackle, especially since he's just standing there. Who knows what it is?
Mine's a
be
full
honest.
tap. Mine's like trying to take.
He
it out,
will
like,
hold up his
eventually-
hand as like a warning to like not approach him.
Me?
Yeah. Do you continue?
Can I? So I'll be like, what? What? I have some. I'm bouncing,
Mm-hmm.
but I stop for the moment.
He just says, "You need to come with me. Come with me now
Where?
to Column."
Second I get within range, 60 feet, I do command and say grovel.
Grovel.
Yep.
Grovel.
Okay, what save is it?
All basically.
Wisdom save.
Sure, you got it, friend. 18. He just glares at you with those dark eyes. Don't try that
What are you guys
again.
doing?
Or I'm
Can I insight him? Mark?
Sure.
me as well, actually. Can I do it too?
Go ahead, insight roll.
I'm gonna, seeing this standoff, try and somehow kind of circle around a little bit. Slowly.
18.
What'd you get?
5.
Okay.
Guys.
I mean, he seems pretty serious. Like, he's saying, come with me.
Where is he?
You'll see when we get there. This is for your benefit, though. He kind of like is tracking you, Renan, as you're
Is it
moving
just
around.
us in this place, or is he kind of in public right now?
You kind of are behind some buildings, so you're a little bit away from Ace right now.
Does he look wounded at all?
He does not look wounded that you can see.
Okay.
All
So,
right.
Less than all three of us.
Did you branch
And-
away from them, though?
Yeah, I was starting to, I'm starting to walk off,
Okay.
like around it, but I'm still 30 feet.
Okay.
I cast Bless on all three of us.
Can I cast false life on myself?
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
What are we doing?
And he just
I'm just
looking at you
gonna
like,
look at-
I don't want to fight you.
Rodden, I don't want to fight you either, but I'm done having you run around for Colin.
Karis, this is the way it needs to be.
This is not. You are totally brainwashed and you don't even know it. I'm gonna save you now. I'm
You
done
need-
messing around.
To join me, come on.
No, you need to join me.
And you all hear a voice, no, you need to join us. I need all of you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, God!
You just cast Bless though.
You did cast
You did.
Bless.
That's great.
Good, thank you. Wait, so wait, what does that mean again? I forgot. Plus,
Let me check. Let me double check the save. I need to make sure I get the right save on this.
it's a D4?
You add a D4 to your roll.
D4.
Where is the sheet I need?
30, 20. Oh, okay, hopefully that was a pass.
Guys, I red rolled.
Oh, no, wait.
I red rolled.
It's a charisma save, by the way. Charisma save.
Oh, in that case,
That's huge.
it's a 19.
Okay, 19.
You
Oh,
rolled
I'm pretty sure I made it.
Did -1 go to saving throws? As well, right?
Yes, it's for everything. So, it's basically everything.
Oh, how bad is it?
So,
I got
Renan,
a
you rolled a 1.
I rolled a 2.
You rolled a 2.
Total of 10.
Total of 10. Okay. Karis,
I
21.
rolled a 21.
21. And Rye, you got a 19, you said?
Correct.
Okay. I rolled a natural 1 for Gwynestry as well. So, you watch as Renan and Gwynestry both begin to sort of like go limp and just start walking towards Renan like, yeah, we gotta join him. You guys feel compelled now as this voice says to join him. You want to join him.
Does it sound like Colin?
Oh yeah, it definitely sounds like Colin.
Where is he?
He's kind of like walks out from behind the corner behind Rodden and is standing there.
Am I closer to Ren or Gwen? Ren or Gwen?
You're pretty much the same distance away. They're both right there. Actually, no, Renan branched off. You're closer to Gwen.
Can I tackle Gwen and just like kind of hold her, like keep her held so she can't do anything?
Sure,
To try
give
and
me
grapple her?
athletics check for her.
Oh lord, that's the worst one.
I would like to do something in a moment as well.
Thank God I rolled well. 18.
Okay. She got a 16 to try to get away from you, so you do have her.
Okay.
But she's like struggling against you. What do you want to do, Karis?
How close is to Colin?
I mean, he's about right behind where Rodden is right now.
Is it just him and Rodden right now?
That's all you see, yep.
And then you said there's not very many people around?
There is not many people around.
Okay. I would like to try and blow his head up.
You may certainly try.
Yeah, especially if I'm looking at the other two. So, 4th level Chaos Bolt.
Okay.
So is Renna just walking towards, or would he?
Yeah, you're just walking right towards him right now. We'll get to you in a second.
Would he react in a way to protect any of them?
You would be protecting Column. If you have anything to protect Column, you can do that, but I don't think you have anything that I can think of.
I'm thinking of warrior.
Yes. What'd you get?
Yeah, so she just looks at Colin, she goes, "You!" And then she punches with a Chaos Bolt for a 21.
That does hit.
Void.
It was like, I was going to make tacos, but this is more important.
Okay, I'm using another sorcery point to, Oh yeah, I'm hasted as well. You and I are both still hasted.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we are, correct.
Mm-hmm.
2 actions, yeah?
You get 2 actions, but you're currently grappling.
Correct.
But you can still attack with the second one. Oh.
Not
Yeah.
while I'm grappling, right?
Grapple. And
I
you
guess
grappled as long as you have one hand. Yeah.
Yeah, I could shoot, I guess, but...
32 psychic.
All right.
And I will. I don't know where everyone is layout wise, but I would probably look to Ez and be like, "This guy's trouble," and then kind of like maybe try and move kind of closer to Rodden, but not enough to where Colin can like necessarily get me either.
Okay. So, as you kind of fire off this pulse of energy at Colin, he kind of like holds his head for a second, locks eyes with you, and glares, and just says, "So this is how it will be." And he reaches back, pulls out this giant great axe made of this jagged metal, and we're gonna pick up with this next week. Happy 1 year, everybody! Guess who's back?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, man.
Gross. I don't like him.
He was like pulling for his moon thing to do channel divinity so we'd get advantage on their saves, and then just fell to the save.
So yeah, you currently have Gwenestri and Renan, who are currently
How
allied.
far away is Renan from Colin? Because I'm guessing he'd try and get in a place to start protecting Colin, right?
Yeah,
Good.
you aren't super far away. We'll get it up on the map next week and we'll show you. But yeah,
Okay, Mark.
this is crazy. Welcome, guys, to the next step of the game.
Okay,
And when we
alright.
first started the game, 2 people went down to the wisdom save last
It's
time.
true.
Yep,
It's true.
and just so happened to bring Gwenestri, who has an injection. So
Yeah. Oh, you're right. I was wondering why you didn't roll for
Oh,
Ed,
yeah,
because he
Ed,
doesn't have
yeah.
an injection.
Ez does not have an injection. So
We're going 5 seconds ago. She's like, "I'm not gonna let that happen to me again." Just immediately it happens to her again.
Come on,
Yep.
And she doesn't know.
So, thank you guys so much for being here. 1 year of Beacon's Aura. It's so good to be doing this game and having all this fun with all of you. You're all amazing. We'll get into what's going to happen next week, because this could change things, for sure. But yeah, I appreciate you all being here so much. We're gonna turn off our YouTube video here in a second. So YouTube, thank you for being here. Or podcast, thank you for being here. And we will see you next week for some more Beacons Aura good times. So goodbye, YouTube. Please subscribe. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.